Chandra Way. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing on this beautiful Sunday morning? I'm great. Hello, Mrs. Gerald. Y'all got some time to kill right now this morning. I got some time to kill. You know it's Super Bowl Sunday. I tell y'all my husband is really into the sports real heavy, as well as the politics. So are my children. So my grandbaby didn't come over this morning because I'm going over there. See, it's 9:20, 10, 11, 12. I'm leaving about 3 hours. Super Bowl come on, I think 3 o'clock here. 12. Anyway, I'll be going over there in 3 hours. So I just want to come kill some time with y'all and have a little brew. Y'all know I'm usually off on Sundays. On Sundays, of course, I do my prayer life every morning. My daily word every morning anyway. Sundays, I do that anyway, but then it's family time. So I still will be doing some family time. I'm just leaving a little later. So I thought I'd come over here, kick it with y'all for just a minute, if y'all don't mind. Okay? Just thought I'd say that, y'all. You see how this pretty boy get in me do the shoulder? I can't do it. I'll get it one day. I'll get it one day. I'll get it. I'll get it. But thank you all for, coming in, spontaneously, like the way I'm always spontaneous. I tell y'all, I don't ever plan nothing. Good morning, prayed up, Keisha Bishop, Bawan S. Good morning, and good morning. Now, y'all see my title, and I think everybody knows who Leon Spinks is. Everybody knows? Okay. If you don't, so some of the younger ones that didn't keep up with boxing, I'll be letting y'all know. Leon Spinks is a former heavyweight champ who beat Muhammad Ali. Now, I remember when that fight first came to town in Las Vegas. Those people draw money. I mean, everybody and their mama, no matter what kind of job you had back then in casino, made tokes, especially the dealers. I mean, they toke envelope would be, if anybody don't know what I mean by toke, it's called tips. And each shift of the dealers at different hotels split up among each shift. That week, it could have been 15 in your envelope or more. And then it was slow months down there, if anybody understands what I'm saying, 3 or 4 in your envelope. But all that week, just like Donna Ross, they drew in the money, people, and their tokes were always big. But anyway, let me go ahead and read the story, okay? Former world heavyweight champion Leon Spinks, best known for defeating Muhammad Ali in 1978, has died at the age 67, according to a statement from his publicist. Spinks lost his 5-year battle with prostate and other cancers on Friday evening. At the time of his passing, his wife, Brenda Glur Spinks, was by his side. Due to COVID restrictions, only a few close friends and other family members were present. Okay. The United States during the 1976 Olympics in Montreal, Canada, as a lightweight heavyweight, and he won a gold medal back then. And y'all remember, because people used to tease him about the gaps in his teeth, but he would just take those off and he'd fight. Saying the man had money. People just look at the crazy stuff. But anyway, he faced Muhammad Ali in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I remember that so well. I was very young, and that's when I first had met my husband, very, very young. I was a teenager. Yeah, I'm getting ready to be in my 20s or something like that. And I met him. He's older than me, and he was a professional dealer at Caesar's Palace. But anyway, so I truly remember the fight. He faced Muhammad Ali in Las Vegas, Nevada on February 15, 1978, winning to become the undisputed heavyweight boxing champion. It was only Spinks' 8th professional bout and one of the greatest upsets in boxing history. Now, I don't know how many of y'all kept up with that kind of stuff back then. Good morning, Deanna. Good morning. Just doing a little news while I'm killing some time to go up here and watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, Spinks retired in 1995 with a 26-17-3 record with 14 knockouts in 2017. He was inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2019. He was hospitalized in December of that year after the cancer spread to his bladder. Wow, but he lived a long, nice, healthy life, you know, and I'm quite sure a lot of y'all, kept up with the boxing back then. You know what? He had a brother, I think, that went on to boxing as well. Because I was really used to being into the boxing back then. I really hated when Muhammad lost. I really did. But he ended up winning his title back again. Okay. Good morning, Stacy Robinson. Hey, Tracy, girl. I was just trying to watch your reaction over there. I just got bored because I get tired of hearing about the people.
Heavyweight championship setting Muhammad Ali in 1978 in a split decision, and that came after Spinks won the gold in the 1976 Montreal
what
Olympics.
I said.
He and Michael Spinks were the first brothers to win the gold in the same Olympic sport. Leon Spinks battled prostate and other cancers. A statement confirming his death reads, Leon fought his battle with numerous illnesses resiliently, never losing his trademark smile, showing true Spinks determination in the 1976 Montreal Olympics. He and Michael Spinks were the first brothers to win.
Right. I just said that. Michael Spinks. His brother went on to box.
Big sport. Leon Spinks battled prostate and other cancers. A statement confirming his death reads, Leon fought his battle with numerous illnesses resiliently, never losing his trademark smile, showing true Spinks determination. He never threw in the towel. He was 67 years old.
Wow, y'all. I hated to hear that about Leon Spinks, but we all got to go. 67. He lived a full life, but my prayers is with his family because none of us ever want our loved ones to go, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But we all got to go someday. So now the second thing I want to speak on as well, of course, y'all know I like to do my follow-ups. So the two toddlers, the family of the missing California Toddlers brothers say they are being harassed. Now, let me just read this. Let me just read this. And from what I hear, the money went from $100,000 to $120,000 reward to anything leading to the little boys. Now, that's from Bakersfield, California. It's been nearly 7 weeks since 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Oren West were reported missing from their California city home. While authorities continued their investigation, the family of the toddler brothers speak out for the first time exclusively with ABC News Saturday. Wanda West, the toddler's grandmother, told ABC News that the brothers' adopted parents, Trezell and Jacqueline West, were really good parents. Well, now, if they were really good parents, how they leave these little boys out there like that? Y'all, I'm not understanding this at all. No. The West reported the incident on December 21st, 2020, telling authorities the boys disappeared while playing in the backyard of their home. Since then, the extended adopted family of the boys have been endured a lot of harassment, according to a statement published by Jamal Watkins, Trezell West's oldest brother. What has continued is the alarming number of threats of physical violence, intentional harassment, and misinformation being perpetrated by groups and other individuals, Watkins said in a statement. But of course, the grandmother, which is the adopted parents, mother, whatever, is going to say that they were good parents. Of course they are. And of course they're going to get harassed. People want to know what y'all do with these little boys. How could you leave little boys in the backyard like that and then open up a gate? You had older children in the house could have came out with you getting some wood. The babies could have stayed in the house with your wife. Okay? According to Watkins, these incidents have been ongoing since boys were reported missing. See, I'm not understanding this. This behavior being targeted towards the adopted grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins of the missing boys is misguided at best, but because none of us are persons of interest or suspects in the terms of the disappearance. No, of course you're going to get harassed. Of course, no. Some more, no. Of course, you're gonna just say for real, we're having little boys. I'm thinking that something accidentally happened, and they're afraid to say it, just like that white girl back in the day, Casey Anthony. You know, which by the way, she's trying to get her record clean. That's another story. She's trying to get that all cleared up about her daughter. Maybe something accidentally happened. I don't get it. I don't get it. Two toddlers at the same time, y'all. Two toddlers? No, something else had to be going on. And so anyway, they're continuing with their search, but I didn't listen to. Let me see something. Let me turn this. Let me see. Let me see something. Because they're gonna get arrested till the kids come up or the bodies get found. One of the two. I would be arrested too. Tell the truth about it to find out what's going on with my little loved ones. Yes, indeed. We're gonna listen to what they're saying because I don't understand this. They need to be arrested.
Mystery disappearance of two brothers in California. The boys vanishing from their backyard just before Christmas. The adoptive father's family saying they've been receiving threats ever since. Here's ABC's Zareen Shah. Tonight, the family of the adoptive father of two California city brothers who vanished, 4-year-old Oren and 3-year-old Orson, speaking to ABC exclusively.
I just know that they were really good.
Let me let y'all see how the grandparents sit up there.
Now saying
talking about they really good grandparents.
Public, showing up outside their home,
no, they're
not
not.
To support them, but to accuse them.
The fact that people are gathering outside of our homes and making us a target is demoralizing.
Authorities receiving over 2,000 tips and now using imaging technology to search Trezell and Jacqueline West's yard. They adopted the boys in 2019. The parents saying they last saw them in their backyard late December before they vanished.
Came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife.
Police suspecting foul play, but they have not named any suspects or persons of interest. The family urging people to not rush to judgment.
And it's like the people don't realize that we are grieving, we are hurting just like they are.
A reward from multiple parties, including the family, increasing to $120,000. And tonight, a community vigil outside the West's family home. With Zareen Shah with that difficult story tonight. Thank you.
Now, that's my first time hearing about it and seeing the grandmother. Evidently, she's the mother of the adopted father because his wife looked like she was Caucasian or whatever. And that's my first thing. But of course, she's concerned about her son. Of course, she's going to get harassed because it was her son that adopted the children. I don't know. I kind of feel bad for her because she's in it by default, you know, and she's hurting and she's saying they really did love the boys for real. But if she really don't know nothing about it, maybe her son needs to tell her the truth or something. Of course, the whole family's getting harassed. I mean, come on now. These two toddlers been gone right before Christmas and they haven't found no leads at all. And then from the last time I, talked about it and seen what was going on back then for us to update, the people, the adopted parents, didn't even help in the search. They said because they were getting harassed. Well, Casey Anthony got harassed. Of course you're going to get harassed. Casey Anthony, like I said, it's the lady that said that she didn't know what happened to her child. That's what Casey Anthony is. Okay. And we all remember that story from back in the day. We all remember that. But I'm going to look into her some more too, because there's an update about her trying to get her record expounded. I don't think she deserved to get her record expounded. Let me see. I'm going to look at her now. Look at her now. Wow. She got away with murder. Did nothing happen to her at all. Said Casey Anthony is the owner of a new private investigation company, but she's not legally allowed to privately investigate. Oh, she got people that she hired. Here's the deal. Anthony just opened her own PI company in West Palm Beach. Case researching and consulting services license, but state officials tell us she hasn't even filed for a PI license in Florida. So she can't legally do any investigation herself. It's possible Casey's intention was to hire legit private eyes to work for her, But if she wants to put in her own work as a PI, she got to navigate some hoops and hurdles. So that's why she's trying to get her record expunged. Casey's got to be a Class C license to work as a private eye in Florida. A lengthy process requiring 2 years of training, a background check, and a state exam. Well, it's not going to be hard to do a background check on her. And investigate what? Don't nobody want her investigating anything. This lady is still well hated. Now maybe she think everybody forgot how she got off, with her daughter. And then I remember back then the jury was saying they probably would have convicted her had they had all the information that we was getting on the outside. Because see, they were sequestered. They didn't hit everything like we did. They were sequestered. As you know, it's been nearly a decade since Casey was acquitted in the death of her daughter, Kaylee, and state officials tell us they would need to review her criminal history to determine if she's even eligible for the Class C license. For now, Casey's got to be hands off and essentially act as the figurehead at her company because unlicensed PI work could lead to fines and criminal penalties. But what makes her think she can get licensed to do that job? I really don't know. But I believe she's going to end up having that white privilege and get those licenses. I mean, we wouldn't even be able to open up one and hire nobody for us to even do the work for us, y'all. And I just it is what it is. Now let me speak to y'all. Yeah, let me speak. Now, who didn't I speak to? Let me get back up here. Tracy PC's in the house. Voodoo Queen. Prayed up soap and wash. Pretty Kimmy. Good morning, Pretty Kimmy. China it on. Y'all, I was watching Mother yesterday, and you all know he was doing a StreamYard. But all those people were practically new to me. I said, it's just, a lot of new stuff going on. I was trying to keep up with it as much as I can. I didn't know any of the people in question, but that's all right. I can learn to know him. And it was nice and pleasant. He had a good StreamYard yesterday. He really did have a good StreamYard. And he was controlling it very well. So that's where it's supposed to be. Now, let me get to Jay Wilson. Everybody have seen that half apology by now. Okay. He came on after seeing Nicole in the hospital, explaining what happened. She's basically saying she started getting all kind of illnesses because of the shot. I believe that. I don't know what she had underlying, but she said she never was anemic. Now she got some growths on her back, some lesions or something on her back. Now, I'm thinking that we don't know everything that a shot can do. It probably can cause illnesses, and other things we don't know about. Now, he moved the video, but he didn't remove the video when he first came on saying that she put on the best performance. Remove that one too, Juicy Booty. Remove that one too as well. But he still sound like, y'all, he's advocating for the shot, telling everybody to go ahead and take the shot. As if he's getting paid to do that or something. Now, I don't understand that at all. He's still, to me, subliminally saying, but no, she didn't catch because of the shot. And evidently she had COVID when she got the shot. And that's what's saving her right now. No. Once she got the COVID, it was too late for the shot to save her. But he said she didn't know she had the COVID when she got the shot. And that's what still got her here. That is what he's saying. But y'all, that ain't making no sense to me. He's still saying, don't put it on the shot, y'all. Y'all go take the shot. But now listen, y'all, this is another thing I was thinking of. Maybe he didn't get sick from it. I can appreciate that. But who knows what's going to happen down the line if it started affecting you months later. All of a sudden, some illness is growing inside you and you don't know that. What, come on, what happens? See, just because you took it and nothing didn't happen immediately after, it could be some issues down the line. Just like, we grew up not eating right, some of us. And sooner or later, sometime in your life, it catches up with you. To me, it could be the same thing with the shot. I mean, for real. So to me, it was a half apology. And at this point, I would not want a prayer from him with those demonic prayers. Y'all know he gonna come on here and have church today, then tonight, tomorrow for sure he gonna come back to doing what he's doing because he tried to get back into the sector with the beefing again like he was doing. Come on now. And that's why everybody was so upset with Miss Cruz the other day. And whether it was or not, who cares? But this lady is having all kind of issues. So now you see that she's sick, which he should have seen. Anybody should have seen in the first place. This lady was in the hospital. Wow. Sharon McLove, Nicole experienced side effects. It should not be dismissed. Not everyone will have the same experience. All medication. Exactly. All have. Good morning, Gigi's life. That is so true. I can't stand him. He obsesses over shit. He has nothing to talk about, so he keeps acting like he's concerned for people. And he's not, Tracy. He's not. And so when I was watching Sir King last night, and he was discussing too the fake prayer and how you gonna come on here and do a fake apology. I agree. Lately Sir King been saying some stuff I kind of agree with. You gonna have a church, then you're gonna come back with the bull again, of course. But at this point, who wants the prayer? You shouldn't have never said it in the first place. Preacher man. Oh, he's hopping on panels? Who panel he was on? Now, I watched a little Brianna yesterday, and I seen that I think he was in her chat. See, because he needs to start doing that again, too, for people to come over and watch him, because Brianna get numbers. See, Gigi Life, I'm telling you, we don't know what it's going to affect and what new illnesses we're going to get. Keep that fake apology. Okay, yes, Shanna, we're going to do that right now. I got time, like I said, before I leave to go watch the Super Bowl. I got to go get some snacks, too, y'all. I don't know what I'm going to get. So we can watch the Super Bowl. There you go, babes. And I'm also going to put the phone by me, too, y'all. I haven't been on Sunday in a long time, huh? Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Pretty King. I get it. I was, me and him just now started, being cordial. Because look like he's trying to change. Look like he's trying to, move in a different direction. I mean, that's what it looked to me. There's the link if anybody want to grab it. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to put this phone by me too, just in case. Hey, Shan. Good morning, babes.
Good morning. I'm not gonna be long because I don't know when my doctors and nurses will come back in. But I'm currently in the hospital. I've been in the hospital since January 15th. I have interstitial. I think I told y'all before. I have a lung disease. I also have onset congestive heart failure. And I caught COVID. So I've been in the hospital since then. I've spoken to nurses. I've been hearing, I've been on COVID, um, the COVID floor where I can hear other patients who have passed away, who have begged to be on the ventilator because they are afraid. Some of the nurses told me that they have taken the vaccine. I've had some nurses say that they want to take it, but they're going to let other people take it first and see what happens before they take it. I heard some of them flat out say they're not taking it because they move too fast and that some things are just not honest. I've had some nurses tell me that, a lot of people are fearful of it because the government has a history of not telling the truth up front, which is the truth. We all know that. But what I've learned is that they're still learning about this disease, about this virus. Um, and it's affecting everyone differently. So by me having, okay, so for instance, like a person like me that has two underlying conditions, COVID is supposed to affect both your lungs and your heart. Technically, I should be dead. but I'm not. So for somebody like me, according to what they told me before I even got it, there's nowhere I should be here, but I am. However, since I've been in, since I was in ICU, there were about 6 people that passed away. They didn't have
Wow.
anything else other than COVID. It affects their heart, it affects their lungs. Um, the vaccine itself isn't supposed to cure you, it's supposed to make you stronger. The
Mm.
vaccine is also said not to be strong for people like me, strong enough for people like me, and said to be dangerous. Well,
Wow.
in this particular case, I'm like, well, y'all said me just catching COVID was a death sentence. So, what are we supposed to think about the vaccine?
Wow, Chan,
You
girl, all
know,
I can do is pray for you. I'm sorry, really sorry to hear that. And I remember when you first went to the hospital, you've been there. Wow, baby, I feel so bad for you. And let me ask you this. Now, the rumor is allegedly Nicole had, and nobody's saying it but Juicy Booty, really, the virus before she took the shot, and that's what saved her. Now, if you already got the COVID and then take the shot, it's too late to take the shot, right? You know how some people have and they fight through it. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Well, see, the thing is, I think people have the belief that vaccines are cures
Mm-hmm.
or medication for diseases, and they're not. They're just like it's just like taking a Hall. If you have a cold, a
Mm-hmm.
Hall is just only to help you break up the congestion. It's not going to cure you of congestion.
Wow.
And so I think that's the thing. People aren't really educated on the difference between cures, vaccines, uh, stuff like that. Because technically, none of the vaccines that we've taken over the years cure anything. What it did was made our help our body learn to fight it off so that, it basically killed it off. Nobody, it couldn't latch on to a host because all of the hosts were too strong. I know I've heard a lot of people say, well, you know, you don't hear about chicken pox like we used to hear about chicken pox when we were growing up and da 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 da. Well, that's because your body now fights off chicken pox. I've never had it. My mom never had it. Um, Not saying that it won't come up. It just affects everybody differently. And that's the thing about vaccines and the risk that you take.
The thing is, with the chicken pox, I had it when I was a child, remember? And when one child get it, the parents wanted all the other kids to get it. We catch it, it was, you can catch it from another kid to get through it. Once you have it, they say it's over with. But now let's fast forward some years. In the middle 2000s, people start getting what they call the shingles. And they say
Uh-huh.
if you had chicken pox once before in your life, you get the shingles. And people that didn't have chicken pox get the shingles. But the immunizations we had to take before we can even start kindergarten was for the mumps, rubella, chickenpox, all of that stuff back then. And evidently it must have worked. But nowadays, you don't hear of kids getting chickenpox. If they do, the parents want them to get through it and and go through it. So but that was in years of studies, those immunization, and it was mandatory, and we didn't catch chickenpox, mumps, rubella, what's that other crippling one that you would get? Um, I can't think of it, but it was full of them, and we had to get immunized from all of that back then. And it
Yeah.
worked. I don't hear the chickenpox about because I hear that if you get chickenpox in your adult life, they say it's worse, especially for a man. But
Right. Now, see, the
yeah,
thing about chickenpox, it's like some viruses, like you never get rid of it. It stay in your system, which is why some people, like some vaccines carry the actual
okay.
virus, and that's how you fight it off.
Prayed Up got what I
Mm-hmm.
just said. It was polio back then too, and it could be crippling. So we all had to get vaccinations before we started any school. I remember that very well, and everybody still got that mark right there where they got that particular shot at. Everybody got the same kind of mark on their arm
Yeah,
back
my
there where they got all
mom
that from. Yeah,
and all
everybody.
the people I had it.
Measles. Right. But now this right here, this COVID stuff, I hope that down the line, and I hope it's years from now before they start making it be mandatory for our children, because people are saying that it's mandatory right now for a job. I hope that's not the case. Now you in the hospital and you're seeing everything firsthand, so you know that there can be other symptoms such as what Nicole Tyler is getting.
Right.
Because the government is not telling us everything.
And see, that's the thing. We need to know about our bodies. There are too many of us that don't know our health history. It's too many of us that don't go to the doctor. So when we take medication and our bodies have these reactions, we immediately think X, Y, and Z, when it could be that you did have an underlying disease, or it really could be the vaccine. So because we don't know our health history, it's hard for us to pinpoint if they messing us up or if it's just us. See, Nicole, God, I feel her pain because there were days in here, y'all. I really thought I was going to die.
Mm.
I was like, this is it. Um, and so my heart goes out there because you don't know. You can only pray
Wow.
that what they give you works, and sometimes the doctors are praying that what they give you works.
Well,
You know,
and I can hear that it's also messing with your lungs. I can hear you coughing and everything. Now, the fact that you say people have passed since you've been in there, is that also scaring you? Because I plead the blood of Jesus over you too. I'm gonna say this. I'm praying for you right now that no weapons against you gonna continue to try to prosper. Because people would say, well, why God letting it happen? There's all kind of spirits out there. It's not necessarily God. Because I feel like He put it in place for you to be there, and to give these people the will and the mind, the brain, and how to take care of people that's ill like that. So I think a total different way. But has that been scaring you in the
other
hospital
people
because of the people around you that you said that passed on from it?
no, it hasn't. It
Okay,
hasn't scared
good,
me.
good.
Because I
Because I
know.
think Nicole is really worrying herself also at the same time. You could see in her eyes that she was really afraid. And you can't worry about something too much to make another thing happen. But like I say, right now, I feel like everything that's going on with her, that it was a side effect of the COVID. She may have had some things, but then it's also triggered some things to happen that she didn't have.
Well,
I truly believe that.
now this is the thing, though. We have to remember that stress weakens your body. So
Right.
when you're stressed and you're worried, um, it weakens your immune system. It opens you up to things. And that was one thing that I had to experience here too. Is there were moments where I literally had to fight, like I had to mentally fight, because if I gave up, I would have succumbed to some things that was happening to me. Because again, it affects your heart, it affects your lungs, it affects your breathing, it affects your mental state. People forget that COVID affects your mind. It causes hallucinations. Most people don't realize that you can be sitting down and you can completely have a crazy thought. People don't know that. People don't know
Wow.
what the effect. And then again, everybody's body is different. So you may not experience it. You may not experience any of that stuff. The only thing you may experience is a cough.
Mm. Oh my God. I mean, so I'm just even got prayers in my mind while even listening to you. So it affect the brain to get hallucination. See, there's all kind of symptoms that we don't know about, and they don't
Mhm.
know or know because it's still experiment stage. We're all being the people being guinea pigs as far as I'm concerned with this shot. Faith, y'all just say also some people like my sister and myself have never built an immunity to the chicken pox, and I've had them over 7 times. You had chicken pox 7 times because usually people get it one time in their life.
But see,
You
that's
never
because,
took an immunization for the chicken pox?
well, see, remember the vaccine is once you get the chicken pox, it never leaves you. That's
Right.
why people get the shingles. That's why people can get it multiple times.
But the shingles came up in that 2000. We never heard even know well, I had never even heard anything about the shingles until they came about, like in 2010, 11, 12, 13, like that. They say it's because if you had chickenpox, they did say that, or people get it who never had chickenpox. It's dangerous to get it when you're grown to get the chickenpox. That's why
Mhm.
everybody wanted their children to get it while they was young. And that's mumps was something that would take you out. I remember when my brother had the mumps, and the old remedy back then, you just put that sardine oil on their face and tie that rag up. There's the old fashioned remedies back there. I remember all of that too. But chickenpox 7 is time. But now this right here, this COVID situation. So you got the COVID before you went to the hospital. Did I hear you say that they gave you the shot, or are you fighting through it?
Oh no, I was told not. I was told not to get it because I
Okay,
have
good.
underlying conditions.
Right. Okay, so the ladies
Oh
that I know out here that I spoke of, first one got it, then the sister got it. Now they stayed in the hospital over a couple of weeks. They said they had they give you 6 different kind of treatments. And then they sent her home with the ventilator with the oxygen machine. So she quarantined for another 2 weeks. So in all, I give it about 6 weeks that she completely got over it altogether. So, are you taking those kind of treatments there? Is
no,
there,
I'm
like
good.
I'm
I
describing to
mean,
you the six
I'm COVID.
treatments?
I'm COVID free now. I've been
Okay,
COVID
good.
free for about a week and a half.
Okay, good, good, good. So, are you at home?
No, ma'am, I'm still in the hospital.
Okay, so if
Um,
you COVID free, okay, all right,
I'm COVID free, but my other conditions is what we're treating. Like right now, I'm fine. We're just trying to get enough fluid off of me, so that I can go home. Make sure that
oh,
I'm strong enough to go home. That's it.
oh, I
So
get it.
I'm in a regular room now. I'm no longer on any floors um, with COVID patients. I can have one visitor a day, and with my
Hmm.
one visitor is one person per day. So it's like my mom can't come in the morning, and then my friend come at night. No, my mom, if she comes that day, she's the only visitor I can have for 24 hours.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're over that, really over that part. I really am. Because, ooh, Lord, I don't know. Everything I'm hearing about it, man, they say COVID only stay in your body for about 10 days. It does damage, though, that can linger. And that's what I'm saying. That's why she came back home, with that machine. It affected her breathing really bad. Really
Well,
bad.
let me tell y'all this story real quick, and then I'm gonna get off, okay?
Okay.
So my, I have, y'all know I got the lung disease and all of that.
Right.
So about 2010, my granddaddy got sick, and my whole family was together. One of my little cousins came around. He had a virus. It wasn't like a regular virus. It was kind of like, like the flu, but it wasn't the flu. The entire family got it, including myself.
Mm.
I was the last person to get it. I was also the last person to semi get over it, but I didn't get over it. I had lasting effects. That virus triggered an autoimmune disease in me, which affected my lungs. For years, my doctors thought it was asthma. It wasn't. It was an autoimmune disease, which is what led to the scarring on my lungs, which is what I have now.
Hmm.
The same thing that virus did to me then, COVID is doing to people now. So it it's lingering effect. You can be healthy. I was healthy, never had any issues as a kid, but because of what it triggered in my body reaction to it is what caused this. So like this all this stuff that I'm dealing with now, I didn't have this as a kid. This is because of a virus. That's why it's important to wear a mask. That's why it's important to social distance. Now, keep in mind, again, I have underlying conditions. All year, I've been all 2020, I was in the house by myself, staying away from my family, from my friends. The only reason I got COVID was because I ordered DoorDash and I didn't wear a mask when they
Ooh,
delivered my food.
ooh.
So
Wow.
I don't care where you go, wear a mask. I got COVID because I didn't wear a mask because somebody delivered food to my door and they didn't have on a mask.
Wow. And you know what? I never ever did DoorDash and I don't want to do DoorDash. I never ever did it because I don't trust the people that bring me my food, but a lot of people use DoorDash. But I'm just not interested. I really get on and order it and then go pick it up myself for that reason. I'm kind of even skeptical of the restaurant, but when y'all see me out, there's one Chinese restaurant, Filipino, I go to all the time. The room, they give you a bag to put your mask in while you're eating, but you got to sanitize before you go in the restaurant, all like that. And I'm kind of leery about the cooks back there, but it is what it is. You know, we
But
got
don't
to
get,
trust something.
and I don't want y'all to get linked on DoorDash or the company because it's not that. It's it's protecting yourself because you could easily go to the grocery store and you and your and the cashier not wear a mask in just that one visit and you get it. So my point is wear a mask. I've been isolated in my house and most of the time DoorDash deliverers, they have on masks and gloves. I think I may have had maybe two or three, maybe four deliverers who didn't have on a glove or a mask, but I never did. So, but if I did every time I opened my door, then I wouldn't have had it. Because my family, they don't come around. My parents come around to like, deliver food, like groceries and stuff for me, check my mailbox and stuff. Um, but they always wear masks. They always wear gloves. I
I
always wipe
think
down my
I,
face.
I think if I were to order that and somebody come to my door without a mask coating my food, I don't even know if I would accept it because it is a lot of people really get upset. It'd be all on the news talking about they got the right, they don't have to wear no mask. And I don't understand it for the life of me. And Tracy, I just seen you say I love it. I know you like the DoorDash people, baby, but I don't trust them toting my food. I don't know if they be having the mask off the whole time when they picking it up and then just put the mask on at the last minute when they bring you your food. I just
Well,
don't
you
know.
got to think about Miss Bliss. Think about when you go to the grocery store. How many people
Yeah.
walk past and sneeze? You got to wash all your food. You gotta protect yourself against everything. When you buy a pack of tissue, like you just got to protect yourself. You know, it's just hygiene. Wash your hands, simple stuff
Right.
like that. But my thing is, I thought I was safe because I was at home.
But you
That's
know
simply
what?
with me.
But I don't know that. But then I'm kind of like a picky person anyway, because even before this COVID situation, I go to a restaurant. Girl, I would make sure to bring me some lemon so I can rub it on my silverware and stuff and wipe it off because lemon like it being dish detergent clean. I keep hand sanitizer. I got the little bottle on my keychain. I will put some on a napkin and I will wipe off the ketchup, the mustard, the salt, shaking all that before I touch it because people don't wash their hands. And everybody touching that same salt and pepper shaker, that same ketchup and mustard bottle. So I ain't gonna call it OCD or whatever, but I do that anyway, and more so now. This restaurant I like to go to, I was sanitize. They say they wipe it, and I see them wiping it, but I keep my sanitizer. Sometimes I even have my spray on me. I would do it myself. So I guess it's being paranoid, but I guess we got to be paranoid. Yeah, I don't know, girl.
Well, and I don't think it's a matter of being paranoid. It's just thinking smart. Because some people don't think at all, and some people don't give a damn. Some people flat out don't care.
Wow,
They don't.
I see. And I am negative. I took the COVID test when I told y'all I had went to the doctor because I was having this headache and my pressure was up. So that's why they want to give me the COVID test. A lot of people scared of it. It's just looked like a long Q-tip, and they just put it in your nose real quick, not even a second, sting a little bit. That's it. It's not a big deal, but I'm gonna take it again since I've been making an appointment for it. Running out a lot lately just to make sure, because I had a headache the other day. Remember I told you I had a headache? But every little thing, I'm gonna do it a second time because I've been running out of lately.
Okay, now I know I keep saying I'm gonna say one more thing and leave, but this is the last thing because it's very important with that new variant thing that's coming over. The girl I went to high school with, her brother just passed away. What happened was he had been sick and went to work. He fell to his knees because he was exhausted. Went and took two COVID tests. Took two tests, both negative, but he had the symptoms. Well, come to find out, he had the virus. And by the time they found out that he had that new strand, he went to the hospital. A few days later, he passed away. So if you got symptoms and you're testing negative, but you got the symptoms, go back, tell them that you may have been exposed to the virus so that you can get another type of test. Because this man just passed away. Had he gotten a different type of test sooner, he may be alive. So
Wow.
make sure y'all let these doctors know what you're experiencing and don't take no for answer because your life depends on it. Okay.
Ooh,
So I'm about to get
you know what, and I really appreciate you getting up here. You know why? Because like I said, we can read symptoms all like this, but they not tell us everything. It's too many other different symptoms, and like yesterday when the lady called in, she working in the nursing field. See, you seeing other stuff that we're not reading about. So at this point, let me ask you a question. So do you believe that Nicole had got all these other extra stuff because of that shot? Because she said some things she didn't have and she never was anemic. And I'm thinking that whatever's in that stuff can make you have other issues that you never had before.
it's just like this. If Nicole had issues beforehand, it's possible that that vaccine may have made it worse. Remember that I told y'all they said to us, if you got pre-existing conditions, don't you take it. So if she had pre-existing conditions, that's probably what happened to her. It triggered things. So it was the vaccine that may have caused that, but that doesn't mean that it's going to happen to everyone. Excuse me. That is going to happen to everyone. It just may
Yeah.
happen to some people. And then again, who to say that it won't trigger some things in some people?
But see, that's what I'm saying. Some things she said she didn't never had before, so she thinking that COVID gave it to her. I'm believing her because she's saying got to read a lie. And Veshette, I meant to say thank you. I only put your name. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. She said she never was anemic. She never had a blood problem.
Okay. And that's the thing. Remember, I told y'all when I had that virus, I was healthy before. It can trigger things that it can trigger things that are dormant in you. So, for
Wow.
instance, my autoimmune disease, it was always there. It was dormant. The virus basically woke it up.
Wow. Girl, I'll tell you, I mean, I just pray for anybody that get this. This is serious. Then you got that second strain out there.
Yeah,
Woo!
so I feel so to my folks, to my people, you know, I know a lot of us don't like to go to the doctor unless I'm wrong. We'll go to the OB and do all that every year. But we got to go and find out what's going on with us because that's going to save a lot of us. Because,
Well,
these doctors are still black women, black women are the strongest women out of all the races and all that stuff. But they use that against us. They don't give us medication. They don't give us the kind of help because they think we can take it or, you know, Um, they got this belief and that belief. Nope. Be your own advocate. Speak up.
Exactly.
Don't let them tell you anything. If something don't feel right, let them know. I almost had 2 heart attacks up here because they were trying to give me a treatment that don't work. That didn't work for me. Yes, it
Right.
may work for other people, but it didn't work for my body. My body couldn't take it. Take this out.
Exactly. And let me
You
say
got to
this:
be your own
you got to
advocate.
chill. We all praying for her, and if it was affecting her, she made a choice. She wanted to come up here and school us a little bit more and give us some inside stuff because she's going through it and she's been around it more than us. So if she feel like that her cough, this was affecting her cough, I don't think she would have came up at all. But thank you for being here, baby girl, and giving your opinion. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm about to get down, y'all. But I would rather talk to y'all through this call to
Right,
help save somebody's life, because it may not save any of y'all, but it may somebody else may be listening in the background. You may
right.
share the story with a coworker or a family member, but I just want y'all to know what I know, what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've
And
experienced.
we appreciate it.
Um,
We
and like I
appreciate it because
said,
even we
be your
appreciate
own
it.
advocate.
Because even right now, you say, okay, you want to tell me something else, and I'm listening to you because I'm enjoying it. But it's not because we don't care and not working you, but you wanted to tell us another story. So and I appreciate it. But now, and it affects your lungs. So by you talking and talking through it, it's also working your lungs and keeping you strong. Because I heard somebody say when they
Absolutely.
had it, they forced themselves to walk because it attacked your lungs. Is
Yeah,
that
you
true?
have to. You have to
Yeah.
walk. You have to talk
Right.
because it opens you up. Yeah.
Okay. And not
But
only
I'm
that,
about to
you
get
said
down.
you over it right now. You just working on the underlying issues that you had that it affected. I get everything, but I do appreciate you coming up and telling us firsthand again. I'm liking the firsthand I've been getting for the last few days because, like I say, the papers, the news, the Google, everything we do to look up a story and not tell us everything firsthand. Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yes, I
Yes.
really
And the thing
appreciate.
is, the experiences are different for everyone. It's
Wow.
what's happening is different in every hospital. I've been on okay, so let me say this. I keep saying this. I've been on
I
three
know.
different floors. I've been on the floor where I was in ICU with COVID patients. I've been on the floor with COVID patients that weren't really that bad, and I've been on the regular floor. Each floor is different. Each floor is more. Each floor is intense in its own way. So the experience is different.
But let me ask
I've
you
had
this. Let me ask you this. By you speaking with us right now and telling us, is this helping you, to force yourself to talk? You know what I mean?
me,
Because
talking right.
I really don't want you to wear yourself out. But but if you say you want to tell me another story, I'm gonna listen to you because I feel like, I guess that's exercising your lungs as well. I don't want
Yeah,
to
I mean
sound ignorant, but I'm just asking you,
my
because
doctors make me talk because
they
right
make
now
you
we're
talk. Okay.
yeah, they're trying to rebuild my lungs and my oxygen level so that I can go
Okay.
home anyway. But yeah, so it's fine. Um, it may be annoying to some people, but it is what it is.
Oh, it's
I
not
like
annoying
my
to me,
career.
especially if you're forcing yourself to talk because it's going to help you keep your lungs straight. And you just said your doctors are telling you too to be like normal, make yourself talk, move around. I get it.
Yes, to regain strength. But
Yeah.
again, I'm gonna tell y'all this because y'all my people, and I want everybody to, you know, everybody need to know something. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So protect yourself. Again, be your own advocate. If you take one test, some of these people don't give you the test properly. If you go somewhere and they make you take your own test and you know you ain't rub your nose right, go somewhere else so the folks can rub your nose right.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you get a proper test. Because you're talking about, well, I tested negative. And doggone well, you didn't rub your nose right. Go back and let somebody else do it. Because I know, I'm not going to lie, if they made me take my own test, I would have still been somewhere talking about I'm COVID free. Nope, because I
Wow.
wouldn't have done it right. I let the nurse do it. So make sure y'all doing right by yourself, do right by your family. You know, don't lie to yourself. Speak up for yourself. Don't let these doctors tell you just because they have a degree or they've been in school for thousands of years. No, it don't hurt. You know, just be speak up for yourself. Well, nobody know how you feel but you. They know how medicine works. They know numbers. They know
Wow.
books. They don't know how you feel. And every medication doesn't work the same for everyone. For example, Nicole got that vaccine. It don't work the same for everyone. I got sorority sisters, and like I said, some of the nurses said that they've taken the vaccine and they're fine. But then there are
Wow.
people who have experienced, little side effects. It's not going to affect everyone the same. I don't care if it's 1,000 years from now, that vaccine will still not affect everyone the same.
Well,
Period.
all I know is, and I'm not trying to, talk to somebody that's going to take it, but I'm not going to take it. Definitely not. To each his own. And then, like yesterday, I talked about it. They say they offered it to people of a particular age because they say that's what catch it. It would affect them first. But I feel like some of them that got it worked right through it. Like the two ladies I mentioned, I think they both in their 60s. They fought through it. One had 6 treatments in the hospital. They didn't take no COVID shot. I don't even know if they was offering it. I think it's right before they offered the COVID shot as they was getting out the hospital. I think I would do the same thing. But people have underlying issues. A lot of the older folks, I don't know. But I do appreciate you coming up here sharing your story. And if anybody else want to share their story, they can. But back to Juicy Booty, you were extremely wrong. You should have never doubted that lady in the first place. She's telling her story. You, Shan, the second one, telling your story because somebody was telling me yesterday, but it can affect blood. It can affect anything. It can trigger anything, and it can make new things in your body. That's everything I'm gathering from talking and hearing other people. It can do that.
Your
So,
body is unpredictable.
yeah.
Your body is unpredictable. And this is all new. So, I mean, truthfully, we are taking risks. Even the vaccines are going to be new, period.
Wow.
Period. But it's killing a lot of people. And then a lot of people are surviving.
Well, I'm really glad to see that you're actually over the COVID. Now, the underlying issues, I think one thing I'll put in the atmosphere, you're going to be just fine with that too. We're just going to keep everybody in here going to lift your prayer because, we do the most sometimes, we talk on stuff that went on, do our commentary. But when something serious happened, all the little roasting and gagging and whatever get put aside for stuff that's happening, the real stuff, the real serious stuff that's going on in life. I don't even got to be friends with nobody. I don't got to have a YouTube shit with nobody. None of that. Something serious going on. No, put all that aside. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to, I'm just not going to go there with somebody with something serious like that. It is what it is.
Yeah, and my thing is do not discount anyone's experience because their experience is their experience. It is not your own. Your experience can be completely worse, or it can be completely, it could be completely better. You know what I'm saying? So don't dismiss anyone because it can be you, it can be your family, it can be your child, it can be your mother, your brother, your sister, So pray for everyone and pray that we all make it through. And that's just that, and again, speak up for yourself, speak up for your family, speak up for your friends. If you hear something, see something, say something. And that's all I'm going to do. I love y'all, and I'm going to hop on down now. And thank you,
Thank
Miss
you.
Leslie, for letting me share.
Thank you. Thank you for coming up. So that
Thank
that
you.
teaching me something else as well. Thank you, babe. I'll drop the link again if anybody want to come up. I got time, like I said, y'all. Super Bowl, I got some hours. Killing some time here on a Sunday. On a Sunday afternoon. It's really Couldn't get away too soon. No, 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 no. Grooving. Hey, Tracy, so I was watching a little bit of your reaction. Yo, I don't know why Stanky Baby was trying to put everything on Tracy D, her daughter. Wish they did everything together. So they just going at each other. I watched, I didn't watch them, but I was watching Tracy this morning, y'all. If y'all want to go see the reaction video, go over there to Tracy. I woke up early and she was on, so I stopped by your house, Tracy. PC's in the house, and I enjoyed how the way you was breaking it down. They both did everything together, but she want to put it on. In other words, she was trying to say she was a lesbian and wanted to be in a relationship with her. She didn't like the fact that she had to have her daughter hang around with her, which I kind of get that though. If I'm your friend, your daughter is not my equal. I don't let my children and my nieces and stuff hang with me and my friends. They're not my equal. I'm not doing everything. I get that part of it. But some daughter and mother teams are like that. Everybody raised their kids, they're different, but they can't be anything with me. Welcome, Bammy girl. Welcome to my thing, girl. I'm
Hey,
glad
how
you're at
you
the point where you feel comfortable to jump
doing?
down. Because I told you a while back when you was on, the reason why I never visit you or jump down in your chat when I watch you because of J Dummy over there. Remember I said that to you?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so I was thinking you was upset with me because of her. You know how people do on here.
Oh no, I never take anything personal, honestly.
Right.
If that's a whole nother. Trust me, I really don't take this stuff serious. And I remember you saying I could drop down or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I have no personal issues with you. I just wanted to speak on the COVID thing because I
Uh-huh.
know it's scary. It is scary, and I work healthcare and stuff. And I did a panel before with someone who actually works in the lab. But it's like if you come into contact with it or you have to care for your loved ones who have it, um, kind of like something that we do in the hospital is try to keep the virus contained, if that makes sense. Like if you come into contact with it, or someone you have to care for come into contact with it, use universal precaution, use gloves, use stuff that you don't mind throwing away once the virus start dying down. Continue to clean, keep them confined to that room, keep the virus confined to that room. And then once those days of quarantining is over, then you can gather all of that stuff because we do the same thing in the hospital. When I used to work the floor, that's one of the things we did. It's not just COVID. You have stuff like C. diff. You have stuff like just things that you can catch by just touch, if that makes sense. Like you have droplets, you have airborne. Um, COVID is not like the only thing, it's just new and newer, and we don't have knowledge about it. So it seems very scary for us. But just confining it and making sure you take your vitamins and stuff and keeping that in a closed area until the person, feels better. So that was just my thing because it is scary and people are like, oh, what if I get it? What if I come into contact with it? Like Shin said, wear your mask at all times. Don't let your guard down, even with your family. Encourage your family to wash their hands. All things that we do know and been new that's been in place is just now enforcing those things. And so that's all I wanted to share because it do sound scary and people are like, oh, what if I come into contact with it? I missed it by a hug. I missed it by a hug. A girl tried to
Wow.
hug me at work, and
Uh-huh.
I say, bitch, don't put your goddamn hands on me, ho. And
She had the
just,
COVID?
and she didn't know it. She was
Wow.
having headaches. She was having headaches, and I was just teasing with her, like, don't touch me. Look, this stuff is serious. Don't touch me. And she had it. She went to the doctors and she passed it to the person who was sitting right in the office with me. So
Wow.
that's just how, like how Shan's saying she possibly got it from you know, um, just getting her food from DoorDash. It can
Mhm.
happen just that quick, just like that. So
Wow.
it's just if you were to come into contact with it, knowing what to do if you were to come into contact with it, because it is a very scary thing.
Wow, and it's scary that you even mentioned the fact somebody had it, didn't know they have it. Oh my God, I even went and bought me one of them little shields. You know how you put your mask on, you got that shield on your face too?
But
I
yeah,
did.
you deal in the hospital. You deal just like, I mean, that's how we become immune to things. Is we have to. That's why it's not good to kill all bacteria, because that's how we become immune to things and viruses and good germs and bad germs. All of that, we are exposed to it. You
Mhm.
know, like if you were to swab my nose right now, you know, I could possibly have MRSA just because I work in a healthcare environment. But it's a community MRSA, which is what they're trying to get this virus to be, is to be community, where when you around it, you have built up enough tolerance to not be affected by it, if that makes sense.
It does, because it goes back in the day when I was talking about the chickenpox stuff, how the parents, they got more kids, multiple kids. One kid got it. They want the kids to keep playing together, so the other ones can get over with so they can be immune to it, so to speak.
Right,
But then we
right.
find
They'll
out
put
later,
you
yeah,
all in the same room. They'll
right,
put you all in the same room.
exactly.
Mhm.
But now with the COVID though, you got to stay separate. Because I was wondering when
Right,
somebody got it in the house, how you go
right.
quarantine from that person that got it, keep them in their room, take the food to me. Because see, when I go grocery shopping, when I bring my stuff home, I still wipe the cans and the boxes down with some bleach water before I put my stuff up. I still do that.
Hmm.
Because people be picking over stuff in the store, touch it, put it down, read the date. No, 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 no. You got to wipe that stuff. Good morning, Jessica B.
Hey, Miss
Hello,
Bless.
Jessica. How are
Hey,
you?
Bambi. How y'all doing this morning? I've been in the
Doing
bushes. I've been
well.
a sky diamond today.
Okay.
But I'm glad you having this conversation. Somebody about to blow the horn at me because I'm on my front porch. Oh, he didn't even see me. Okay. Anyway, I'm glad you having this conversation, Miss Bless. This is how you're supposed to have a conversation. For some reason,
Exactly.
other people don't know that. But the thing is, we need to hear more stories. And the problem is that people are being silenced, or they're being accused of being liars or whistleblowers, or the CDC, the government. Everybody needs to see people's responses, how they're responding to this vaccine, and stop trying to cover it up to make it seem like it's not that bad. No, people want to hear about people's experiences. Some people have good experiences, some people have bad experiences. In my opinion, I think a lot of Black and brown people are not willing to take the shot right now because they don't trust the government. The government has failed us so many different times that we just don't trust them. I'm an individual who works in the medical field, and I don't even trust the vaccine. So I mean, nobody is exempt. You know what I'm saying? So I really am listening to each and every individual. Even when it first came out, like COVID first came out, people was doing like YouTube videos or Instagram lives. Even nurses, you had a lot of clinical people who were telling the world what they were seeing in the hospitals, and then their videos all of a sudden is being deleted. Why would I trust anybody to give me a vaccine when you have medical professionals coming out and saying this kind of stuff? Now, I'm not trying to bash it. So let me just say that before somebody come for me. I'm not trying to bash it, but I'm just saying I appreciate that folks are talking about it. I want
Yeah.
to hear the conversation, and I'm not excluding it. I'm not saying I ain't gonna ever get the shot. What I'm saying is I need to see more results, because if y'all can come out with something this quick, I mean, what about all the other cancers and illnesses and stuff that's been taking umpteen years to cure? So that's that
Right.
on
And I
that.
agree. I work healthcare as well, and I won't be taking it as of now. They have not mandated us to take it. It's still our choice, just like the flu shot is. Just for personal reasons, I don't even take the flu shot. The same mask that we're using now, a level 3 mask, I use it during flu season. I just no, I won't be. But people are lining up. One of the site that I work at is a huge site where they're passing it out, and people now getting their second dose. And I'm not discouraging anybody based on your own faith and beliefs. You do what you do, but I just personally won't be taking it, and I work in healthcare.
And you
Wow.
know what else too, Miss Bless? See, that's how I feel too, Bambi. Um, I like the highlighted comment that Vashti put out about vitamins. Everybody that's out there listening, let me tell y'all something. The number one deficiency that Black people have, does anybody know it? I'm just gonna see. I'm just test y'all to see if y'all know what it is.
The number what? Say that again. For Black people,
deficiency,
what?
like vitamin deficiency.
D.
That's correct. That is correct. And the
vitamin D.
reason why melanated people are so deficient with vitamin D is because we are melanated. So our skin is already dark. White people don't have that type of issue because they stay in the sun, tanning and stuff like that. They issue be like skin cancer, you know. But with us, I went to the doctor several years ago after getting a physical and found out I was in the negative. I was insufficient and deficient with vitamin D. I had no idea all the years I had been living that I was deficient. And so I've been watching a lot of herbalist videos, a lot of natural health videos lately since this virus has been out, and found out that one of the two main things that people, melanated people, should take is vitamin D, and not just what the over-the-counter ones say. I mean, double up. I have to double up just to stay normal. So vitamin D, and anybody out there know about black seed oil? It's almost old school, like castor oil your parents used to give you back in the day. We need to go back to the Eden days, okay? Some of these natural things to try to keep our immune systems healthy, because the pharmaceutical drugs that we have to take, high blood pressure and stuff like that, that's always going to be counteracted or tapered off with something too. So I just want to encourage people to please, you know, if you can take a supplement, double up on that supplement. Everybody in the chat is saying vitamin D, and I love that. I'm glad that everybody know that. Just make sure you stay up on it, you know.
And I got vitamin D vitamins too, but you know, I stopped taking them, but I need to go ahead and resume taking them again. I really do. And you know,
oh, Miss Bless, don't make me get on you, Miss Bless. If you don't go grab that bottle of vitamin D right now.
Magnesium as well. Like magnesium is another one. It works for the heart. I mean, and that's the thing too, before you even start taking this stuff, because you know, I am in the healthcare field, but I'm not a physician or anything, but I do know what works. And is to make sure you are aware of, you know, if you do take medications, and knowing your body, like she and saying, being your own advocate for your own person, your own body, not relying on other people. You have to live in your own body and house your own body. So only you know what you feel. So being an advocate for yourself, if you already take medications, some foods even counteract with those types of medications. So it's all about educating yourself before you even, you know, step out there. But I'm going to get off, Miss Bless, because I'm driving, trying to get to work. I appreciate you for allowing me on your platform. Like I said in my comments, you're welcome on my platform as well. You know,
Thank
I'm a
you
wild
for sharing, Bambi. That's awesome. I appreciate you sharing.
I'm good. And it's no bad blood. I don't have no ill will towards anybody on here.
So I appreciate that. I appreciate you dropping by, because I do be in your bushes. But I never would drop down because of that situation. You know how people do.
No, and if you watch, if you see my content doesn't consist of anything pertaining to that person unless need be. You know, so drop down, girl. You know,
I sure will. And I'm glad you came on here and there's people here, because every time I see you go somewhere, you getting followed, and all of a sudden it's a big old, I said, this is just ridiculous, to the point where I would turn to come back to the over with. That person is following you and start a big argument.
No, it's all good.
It's ridiculous. But thank you for coming on again. Thank you very much for coming on. And I'm going to be checking you out. I'll be dropping down sometime.
All right, babe. All love. Bye.
Bye. Now the reason why I got this comment right here, because elderberry was new to me. I found that out last year. I was having a call, and it's a young lady that's friends to one of my nieces was telling me about elderberry syrup. She ordered elderberry. I said, where from? She said, Amazon, someplace. But she told me to boil it and make some and use it as cough syrup. She said, but if you let it sit, it's going to be like wine. You're going to have a little buzz or whatever. So anyway, I bought it. I made my cough syrup and it worked. But then I kept it in my refrigerator too for a week. And sure enough, when I took a tablespoon of it, I got that little buzz. So I'm saying this to say elderberry is good. So I think I'm going to go ahead and look and see how to order some. I never knew about this elderberry. But I know about the vitamin D. with the zinc and all that. I gotta start taking it again, which I gotta get me some more multiple vitamins, because this, yeah. But
So let me
I
tell you this.
Mhm.
My daddy is 67 years old, right? He'll be 68 in November. Miss Bless, that man got in the gym last year and got with a trainer and he lost like 40 something pounds.
Mm.
My daddy, I told him about black seed oil. Y'all, it make me want to cry right now just because I'm so happy for him. That man has been off of blood pressure medicine for about 8 months now at 67 years old. Black seed oil. You know what I mean? But I want people live. I got a lot of lineage on both sides of my family. Most of my relatives live to be about 97, 98 years old. And one of my relatives, God rest her soul, she died at 97. But when I
Right.
tell you every single day she would have tomato juice, the V8 juice, and she would have buku vitamins. I'm talking about buku vitamins. And people don't realize those supplements, for her to have all her teeth in her mouth and to be walking, cooking her own supper, doing the whole thing at that age, just because she believed in vitamins. And then you have to be careful with vitamins because sometimes these vitamins are laced with stuff. You have to be careful where you're getting stuff from. But the one thing that I want to tell you and everybody else out there, Ms. Bless, I know time slip away from you and you forget, but you have to be consistent when it comes to taking vitamins. You can't take them for a month and then start skipping to like every other day. You have to be
Right.
consistent with vitamins because it takes a while to get into your system. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get on blood pressure medicine until last year, and I'm 40. So I
Mhm.
have been doing really, really good, but life happens, you know what I mean? But
Right.
and I'm not no medical person to where I'm telling people what to do. I'm only trying to encourage y'all to go back to the Garden of Eden, start trying some natural things to get into your system to try to keep your immune system going. And that's in the foods that we eat, the vitamins that we take. I believe in drinking tea faithfully. I love herbal tea like you wouldn't believe. So y'all look up some videos like on YouTube about what these natural vitamins can do and what they help you do. But vitamin D and black seed oil, please y'all, please go get that. Please, I'm begging you.
But you know what? I got all kind of vitamins. The only thing I'm persistent in taking, I do take every day that I haven't stopped taking, is the fish oil tabs. They're 1,000 milligrams a piece because I was trying to get some cholesterol there from all that grease. That's why I only eat chitlins once a year. I try not to eat all on fatty foods because I love me some neck bones and stuff. So I constantly keep taking those so I don't have to get on them other cholesterol pills. So I do keep up with my fish oil tabs because that's good for your heart and everything, right? So, but yeah, I'm gonna get back on my
Yes.
vitamin D. But now the other oil that you're speaking of, I used to hear about that back in the day, and I think it has something to do even for menopausals, the black seed oil. Now we should take castor oil, for colds and stuff back there, and we also used to take 360. And Tracy, my cash app is right there on my avatar. See, it say money sign Bless Watkins 56. That's it right there. I don't know if it's in the chat anywhere. I was going to type it, but it's on my thing right there. But
Black
yeah.
seed oil is nasty as hell. And they say to take 2 teaspoons. Well, let me tell you what I do
uh,
because I saw the Miss O in the chat. I was laughing when I was on mute. But when you I just take a tablespoon, be one and done. But I immediately follow up with some juice or some
uh-huh.
water, something to wash it down. But I do warn you, it is so nasty. Odorless garlic is not odorless. I want to tell y'all that too. But yeah, it's nasty. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's nasty as hell, but worth
Well,
it.
but it worked though. Those old remedies worked back then. That 360 was nasty, and we would have to take it and then bite on an orange or something behind it. And the castor oil, oh my God, Lord, that was hard to swallow. But it worked. We took it for colds. you know. And somebody had questioned me earlier about when I said about the mumps. I remember as a child, my brother had a mumps, and they would use sardine oil and put it on your face. And I don't know what if the tie that they put up all around your head and tied at the top. I don't know what part it played in it. Maybe for the oil to stay into the cloth and keep it soaking into your pores or what. But I remember them doing all the but black seed oil. I don't never remember taking it, but I've heard of it. There it is, Tracy. But I've heard of it.
Yeah, I
You
get
know.
all my vitamins. If I don't go to nature's no, it's not nature. I cannot think of it. It's not Nature's Way or Nature's Best that you get at Walmart or something. It's something else. I can't think of it, but I'll order online or either I go to the vitamin shop, like which is right around the corner because I trust those guys in there and I know who their vendors are. But I used to follow a lot of Dr. Seeley's teachings, and his children have taken over. And I don't know. There will never be another Dr. Sebi, but there is another herbalist. I'm gonna have to get his name, and when I get it, I'm gonna put it in the chat. But there's another herbalist who is also a conspiracy theorist, but there's another herbalist that I follow faithfully on YouTube, y'all. This man has helped me to so much stuff, so many cures for all kinds of things. Just the transition my body has made just from following him has just, yeah, it's knocked my socks off. So but I'm gonna jump down, Ms. Bless. Thank you so much for having this conversation. Like I said, it's a healthy conversation, and I want to encourage more people to come out. Do not be silenced. Be vocal about your experiences with the vaccine, good, bad, or ugly. Talk about it, and stop trying to let the internet silence you. You know what I mean? And because the government trying to keep stuff contained. No, get out there and let your voice be heard. You know. So, all right, Ms. Bless. I'm going back in the chat.
Okay, thank you, Jessica B. Yeah, Lady Nick, I put that up there. You're right. I got to get back to taking the vitamins, girl, but I forgot that sometimes I forget to leave a thing there. But you're right. I got to get back on there. But I do. The reason why I take the fish oil test faithfully because heart disease did run in my family, as well as high blood pressure. So when they were saying my cholesterol was a little high and what to do about it, I know what runs in my family, but I do have my vitamin D. But I got to say this too. My brother took all kind of vitamins, every kind of vitamins you can think of. He was a health nut. But what happened was all the vitamins that he was taking, each one had one ingredient that was the same ingredient that was in all 15 or 20 vitamins. How many he was taking? He had tons of them, and it affected his kidneys. So both his kidneys failed. He stayed on dialysis, and you can live on dialysis now for years, like 17 years. He truly did. And then it got to the point where he did his own thing at home. He had his own setup at home. He had been on there so long. And when he finally got that kidney transplant, that's when he passed. Okay. They said somebody's heart was enlarged or something. He had waited all those years. First, he was on the list in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then when he moved to Indiana, he started all over again in the list. So it took 10 years or longer. When he finally got that kidney and they did the transplant, they said successful, but something about enlarged heart or something like that. So you also got to be careful with and check out the ingredients in each vitamins because it was just one thing that was in each vitamin had that one thing in it, and it affected his kidneys. So be careful too with a cocktail of them. And that thing I came and spoke about that too when I had went to Indiana to the services. That it was, how they say came full circle because he was born July 7th, and he died full circle on his birthday. All the sevens, in other words, had lined up because 7 is a day of completion. Also in the Bible, it was like 777 across. It was other sevens with that 7, and it lined up. So when did he go on dialysis? I don't know. It has something to do with all the sevens that lined up, to make a long story short. So we also got to be careful of that too. He died at 10/17. On the 7th was his birthday, and he stayed on dialysis 17 years. And the world was made in 7 days. So to us, it was completion. It was completion. And he didn't die until he actually finally got that kidney. He lived all those years without that. And I wonder now if he hadn't got that kidney, would he still be here? But then you can't think like that. Things happen for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But he came full circle. And that's what I mean, came full circle. All the sevens lined up. 10/17, and that night, that happened to be the 17th of that night. It was just a weird situation. All the sevens lined up. But anyway, I wanted to come on and kill some time before I leave later on to go to Super Bowl. And Lady Nika, you're right. I've been going out a lot. I got to chill on that, and it's mostly spontaneous. But now I might go watch the Super Bowl and just let my granddaughter come in. I might not. Then again, I want to go over there for all the hors d'oeuvres. His wife is a very good cook. I don't know, but that's what I'm doing. Killing time for it's time to go. It's still early here. It's 10:44. I think it comes on at 3. I was gonna leave here at 1, go over there and eat, sit and chill and talk until the game come on, play around with my granddaughter. I see it, Lady Nick, I will, and all kind of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But and then I wanted it to be somewhat positive today. Of course, I was gonna throw a little mess in there with Juicy Booty doing the most. This lady is really, really, really sick. But you know, I usually don't come on Sundays. I really don't. B12 is enough. I start getting the B12 when I got on this diet. B12 supposed to help you, you know, with your metabolism. Yeah, it was a plan. Now I hadn't came on Sunday for a while because it's a family day, but it's still gonna be a family day. Only difference is I didn't have my granddaughter to spend the night, and then do today this and that. I'm gonna actually leave from here later on. Good morning, Lady Nika.
What's going on, Bless? I didn't even know you was live.
Yeah, it was so spontaneous. I wasn't going to come on at all. Then I heard about the Leon Spinks had died, and shout out to Just Because too. She had gave me a couple ideas too because I think she was telling me about the little boys. She called me and told me about the little boys update. Had I seen it? And I said no, and I checked it out, and I said, oh wow, the money is up to $120,000 now. Reward it was $100,000, and that the mother or the father actually came on crying upset because they're getting harassed, which I don't think they should mess with the mother. And I really don't. But of course, the whole family get arrested because they think with something like that horrific happened, that the family knows too and protecting her son. So anyway.
So the little boys, they found the little boys?
No, the reward is up to $120,000. They're still looking for them. But the parents of the guy, the adopted father, is saying that their whole family is getting harassed.
And that's why they came and missing from under their supervision, right?
Right. And the mother of the adopted father, she was also on the news saying about them getting harassed. And she was crying. She was saying they really loved those boys and this and that, And I believe she is innocent in whatever her son did. I don't believe they need to be harassing her, but when stuff like that, they're going to harass the whole family like they did Casey Anthony and harass her parents back then. Remember? So, and then the fact that Leon Spinks passed, so I said, let me come on and talk about some stuff and then talk about Juicy so I can get back into how people are getting sick. And I really appreciate Shan coming on. She's still at the hospital, but she fought her way through it. And now they're just working on the underlying issues of that she had. She's still coughing and breathing, everything, but she said her doctors even told her to force talking because they help your lungs. But she can get all the way back strong. So she came and gave us some firsthand stuff too about her being in the hospital. She even said all people have passed too from that while she's there right now. So you might have to later on roll the ball back and see that. As you can see, you just heard Jessica speak on it. Anyway, it's been good overall. You heard Bammy speak on it. So today I kind of want to go there again today like that.
I feel positive commentary, and you're right. I got an echo. Yeah.
No, I ain't really hearing it say it again. I didn't hear.
Y'all hear echo when I speak?
Just a little bit to the point where it's not bothering us. It ain't really that bad that I can hear.
Oh, okay. As long as it ain't that bad. But yeah, you're right about that. I watched Nicole's video yesterday. And like I said, me and Miss Nicole, we don't have the best of relationships. But when I saw that for myself a second time, my heart just went out to her. And it just made me appreciate the fact that I have not so far, knock on wood, thank God we ain't talking that into existence. It has not touched my life at all. And it made me scared is what it did. Because people need to take this serious. It's nothing to play with. I know we get on YouTube, we talk about stuff. This is what we do over here, this so-called B sector. But one thing that was so disheartening to me was the fact that what we have always seen done was when one of us fall down, it don't matter what side you on, when one of us actually falling down and have a real life-threatening situation happen, we've always been able to put our differences aside and, pull together, if not for just that reason, right? We could fight, but sometimes you got to stop. And to see that he was unwilling to do it for so long, it spoke volumes to me about his character. And it just made me go into praising more for her to come back, and be okay again. This disease, this virus is something that is unknown. That's why I don't want to take a chance on taking that vaccine yet, because it was rushed.
Yes,
Many of
it was.
vaccines that we take today, they took time to cultivate them. These people had to do this in a matter of what, like 10, 11 months. I don't trust it. And I don't want to be one of those people who have the really bad side effects or actually pass. I'd rather do what I'm doing right now. It's killing me to not have a social life. I love to go out. Everybody that know me, that been following me, every Friday night I was down to the karaoke bar because I wanted to sing and dance every Friday night. I like to go out, me and my girlfriends, have us a good time, lunch and things of that nature. But now I can't do any of that stuff. And at first it bothered me. But
Mhm.
when I see stories like Nicole and the people I see on CNN every day, that's all it took for me to feel like I need to be staying at home. It's
Right.
okay to stay at home. And that's why I be so scared with you, Bless. I know you go out because you got to go take care of business. But I be so scared sometimes when I know that you done went out there, because I don't want that for you. You know, I pray over you every time I know you and Mr. Bless gone out that door.
Yeah,
I just immediately go in prayer for protection of both of y'all, because we ain't had a chance to go do our shit yet, girl.
I know.
We supposed to be going out
But
and having us a good time and eating some stuff and just kicking it. And I don't want nothing to happen to either of you, but I sure don't want nothing to happen to you, because you my girl, you know what I mean? I don't want nothing to happen to you. We got plans, Bless.
we got big plans. And then, like I said, I am probably going to go over that Super Bowl because I didn't get my daughter over here last night. But I got to start quarantining myself again. And just things been coming up spontaneously. And I appreciate your concern, but it's going to be sooner than what you thought. I was just talking to one of my nieces this morning from Las Vegas. Now, all her family children, they grown now. She grown, except for the young one's 14, one is 17. Well, her grown daughter is there, just had a baby. So they're all in Texas. She still Las Vegas. They say she go down there now to spend a week because of the young ones at least twice a month. So I told them I plan for March into Houston. So it might be sooner, I said, I'm going to plan for March. I'm saying, give it a little time, you weather get better. And then this second strain of Rona and all this kind of stuff. But I got to be very careful. So it might be sooner.
Yeah,
Sooner
'cause that
than
Rona ain't nothing to
later.
play with, Bless. It really ain't nothing to play with. And I just like, I said the way I was gonna try to get to, because I come back this week. At the end of next week, I'll be back. Shoot, if it mean we gotta go channel to channel, me and you can just pop on these live streams, keep us company. I don't mind that. I come over here, hit your link. You come over there, hit my link. It's plenty of stuff we can do to try to help each other and the people that follow us and have to stay in their house, keep us active. Because don't nobody want to turn the TV on. A lot of people done broke up with cable to turn on us every day.
I
So
know, girl. I got the Wendy show DVR. Still ain't watching. Just been watching reviews. Look like when I do turn the TV or something on, it's on the computer because I've been watching Little Ladies of Atlanta and everybody on the computer. I mean, then I go back and forth from the YouTube because it's reality. I love reality shows. So I'll come over here and watch a reality show, but that's not really reality for real in real life now as you make it like that. So yeah, it's been all good though. But I can't wait till you get back. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And since you mentioned
yeah.
streaming,
See,
still gonna
that's
be
what I had created the Quarantine Chronicles for. It was for me to come on because, at first I couldn't go nowhere at all for a long time. So I would come on and I would just run it, and I'm going to pick them back up, because the more these numbers rise in my city, the less I find myself going out. Because see, you go outside, you taking all of the proper precautions, washing your hand, wearing gloves, wearing your mask. I even wear a face shield. I got me some nice ones down there from the Amazon. Uh-huh.
uh-huh.
And so I put all of that on. But see, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I don't know that the people that I'm coming in contact with taking it as serious, because we do have a lot of people down here in my state that walk around talking about it's their right not to have to wear that if they don't want to. I mean, they go, girl, they be clowning down here.
Girl,
They didn't
they're
even, I done
watching.
seen some people get put out of Walmart because it's mandatory to wear the mask, but you got people coming in there talking about they don't have to wear the mask.
Girl.
It's against their constitutional right. They should not have to be forced to put that on. I'm like, but we're in the middle of a global pandemic where this has been proven to be effective in cutting down the spread of the virus. Why wouldn't you want to do it? But you got a-holes everywhere you go. But that was what I
Girl.
want to
Good
talk to you
Lord.
about next week, about staying in more, and if we need to, we can come live. Bless, we two people that got a lot of conversation between the two of us, and it don't always got to be messy. We can come on here, and sometimes your channel, sometimes mine, and we just talk about whatever. It don't always got to be messy.
No, it don't. And that's why I've been really enjoying the last 3 videos it did. I may have mentioned something that went on, but for the most, people took to the more positive things that I mentioned within all the things that I mentioned. People do get tired of the mess. They really do. The same mess all the time. And once you watch one video, then you don't want to go back and rehash and see that same messy video again. So I'll be saying, let me look at some news. I enjoy watching the news when I get off there, the real news. And if it's something interesting and something interested, I think people that's interested in, like I'm keeping up with these things, which I still haven't found nothing on Tell Norman there, I'll come speak on it. So this morning I said, wow, I got to let everybody know that Leon Speaks passed. I don't know if people watch the news to even know that. X67.
Remember when he had said he had cancer? He done left us now.
Girl, 67 years old. Yeah, girl. That's why I say run the ball back. And just because, I be asking for ideas, she gave me ideas. You know what I'm saying? She be looking at positive stuff too. I said, oh, well, let me look and see. So I looked up the toddlers. I said, wow, 120,000. And the grandparents is speaking out now. So that's the update on that. Poor little babies. You know what I'm saying? Poor little babies. So yeah, he passed. He passed, girl, at 67 years old. He did. But he,
I didn't know that.
and when he won that
I found
fight,
out, and let me tell you what I found out the other day. I go to Facebook every 2 to 3 weeks. That's why I tell people, if you follow me on Facebook, you probably don't need to, because if you ever try to say anything to me under one of them posts, I may not answer you for I don't know how many weeks, because I'm not a Facebook person no more. See, I kind of got, when I first started social media, Facebook was one of the first places I went, and I'm burnt out on Facebook completely. So although I still have a page, I'm not a frequent visitor. But I'm glad I did go over the other night, because when my mother died, I went to stay with her sister, but my uncle, which is her brother, had a wife too, and we were kind of close. But when you grow up and you move around, you find out, you just kind of grow apart as a family. And I found out that she had passed away, and nobody bothered to pick up the phone and call and tell me nothing. Now, when people need a loan, they can call you. When people need you to watch a child, they can call you. When they need some money on a bond, they can call you. But when it came to actually calling me for something that was worthy, I didn't get no phone call. So I found out Friday night on Facebook that my auntie had passed. And
wow.
they
And I
not
haven't
saying,
been looking at their Facebook either.
I ain't seen nothing about why or how it happened or nothing like that. But I'm cool with it though, because I would have went out to any service or anything like that, because as much as I love her, we were estranged, and that virus makes me not. I just wasn't gonna be able to go there. I wasn't gonna do it, but that scared me even more. Because
Right.
I know my auntie is one of them women that like to get out and go a lot. So I don't know what.
You're going in and out, Lady Nika. I don't know if you can hear me. You know what? You kind of start messing up, but now you
That was a
out.
good long life she lived, but that just made me even more cognizant of taking care of myself and doing what I need to do. Take my vitamins. Now I take my iron pills, but see, my doctor had insisted that I start them, because I used to go to this store. Now I don't know what it's called in everybody area. In my area, it's called Circle K. It's a distributor of Circle K, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I
So
know
I
it's
would
a
go there
Circle
every
K's on
day,
here.
Bliss,
Yeah, it's Circle K's
and
on
I
here.
would get that ice. You get you one of them big old cups, them polar ice cups, and you fill it up with ice. Baby, that
Mm.
ice was free too. Bliss, I must have went up there about 4 or 5 times a day eating them big cups of ice. But when I started taking my iron pills, now I don't. I found that I don't have a desire to eat all of that ice stuff like that. I
And now,
don't.
yeah, and a lot of people with with iron deficiency or whatever eat ice. My pastor, his wife, they both pastor. She ate a lot of ice too. Then she got on iron pills. I don't think she eat that ice like that anymore. I don't know. It's something about the iron deficiency that wants you to have some crunchy ice. But I'm glad you're on your iron pills and ain't doing it like that no more. Yeah.
Mm-mm. And the diet I've been on, because I went back on the diet. I figured when I had the procedure done in my mouth, that was the best time to start it since it didn't involve a lot of solid foods anyway. So I've been on that, and a change in diet do make you feel better. It does. It makes you feel a whole lot better. Now I can now when I started chewing solids last week, I ain't gonna lie, Bliss. Let me tell I ain't tell you, girl. The doctor said start trying to eat more solid foods now and put pressure on it to see how it's gonna feel.
Mm.
Baby, I ran over there to that Sonic Burger. Bliss, their line was too big, so I ended up at Five Guys. When you got you a good hamburger when the bag is greasy. I had a fat girl moment. Plus, I went up and then got me a whole combo set in the parking lot, and
Good.
I ate it like the biggest girl that I could be. Okay, that burger was so good because I have not been able to eat that kind of stuff in so many months. My diet really started changing in September when this began. And I'm so glad it's over. Girl, you know what it feels like, baby. I had a piece of chicken too yesterday. Oh, you can tell me nothing, Bliss.
I ate the Five Guys only one because it got built out here by during the summertime, I think. And I heard about it on the YouTube, so evidently it was just the southern states. I went there and the burger is good. It really is. But I still like Red Robin the best, girl. Be some big juicy burgers in that restaurant you see, but Five Guys is good. And then there's another burger place that stayed packed all the time. I used to wonder why it was packed. So when I finally went there, it was the price because you can get the animal meal. It's called In and Out. It always have a long line. I found out why. Because it's cheaper. You can get a whole meal for $8 and some change with the French fries and soda. But the meat is not as big and thick as Red Robin and the Five Guys, but it's still good. Girl, you making me want me a good juicy burger. Now I know there's a lot of food over there going to be over there for the Super Bowl, but now I want the burger. I'm proud of you. I want the burger. Girl, you gonna make
That's
me go.
how I feel when she told me that morning I went for my appointment. My final appointment is tomorrow morning, where she's gonna look in there and make sure everything is going. But Bliss, I've been eating.
You're supposed
I've
to
been
because
eating.
because you got to get used sooner or later. You got to push down for the soreness so you can get used to eating and then the soreness go away. So I'm glad you eat now, girl. And when you come on, have your burger or something, girl.
I'm
I might sit up
telling
there and eat
you,
it. Let's come on there and do a mukbang. Let's sit up there and eat a little something, something.
might have to, Bliss, 'cause I'm telling you, I've been eating. It feels so good. And my kids was like, "Okay, mama back," cause baby, I've been talking. Did you hear me, Bliss? I've been talking.
I
I
know
still
you've
got
been
a little
talking. I'm
soreness.
listening at you now, and I'm enjoying you talking. I really am. I really miss talking to you. I'm, on the thing. Now we talk on the phone, but I'm really starting to enjoy you and getting used to you coming back now, girl. And we can resume our regular schedule whenever you come on. We'll be on there.
Okay, girl, I'm telling you, it's been an experience, and I'm gonna actually on my backup channel, I'm gonna talk about the experience of getting, going from where I was in September to the actual implant and the drop, the setbacks I've had and everything. I'm gonna chronicle that, and I've also taken footage. Now I'm gonna have to put it together, and in a video, but I'm also gonna go live and talk about it because I ain't being funny, and he go to miss, y'all. He go to miss.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's a damn shame that people in this sector, one of the things that people talk, you can't, being big, that's one thing. That's universal. I ain't never seen so many people with mouth issues and don't want to do nothing about it. I knew
Mhm.
I needed to get something done, honey. But damn, like If I can manage to do it, why you can't manage to do it?
Exactly.
Now, I just feel like if you're going to get on here and critique everybody else, your aesthetics need to be on point. That's why I ain't read. See, the difference between me and a lot of other people, I stay away from certain reads because they apply to me too. So I would never do them reads on certain people. Like, I don't really play with people's health. I've had ragged health. I don't talk about people's skin. I've had skin issues. I try to give advice skin because some people truly need it. But and then mouth reads, these videos that I'm gonna do about the implant experience, it's not to embarrass nobody or to read nobody, but it is a lot of people that could benefit from those videos. And a lot of folks feel like you can't get it. Now Medicaid ain't gonna buy it for you, but there are plans out there where people will work with you on
Right.
getting your mouth together if you want to. It's plans out there. Now, thank God I did not have to deal with all of that because between my what is it?
Blue Cross.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana and Aflac, baby, they came through for me. But I still had a copay to pay, and I met their deductible. But there are many other programs out there for those who have had issues with their mouths due to illness or just bad dental hygiene. They can get their mouth together as well. And if I found a solution and a way that I could do it, I want to share it with other people so we can try to get our mouths together around here. You know, if you're going to talk shit, have a decent mouth to do it with. See, that's just
Exactly.
my
Because
point
you
of
have
view. And
you
that's my messy
the
part.
most.
But really, real talk, I do want to help people figure out
It
that they
ain't
don't
messy
have
because
to
that's
walk
the truth.
around.
It ain't messy because that's the truth. The ones that most do the most talking need some dental work they sell. You know, they keep worrying about what I got in my mouth. I mean, go get you some dental work. My insurance and me was able to pay for it. Go do yours. Because you know what? I have never seen anybody with braces on rotten teeth. You know, I just don't understand it, but I'm not gonna go there. Just get your dental work and stop worrying about everybody else dental work. I get exactly what you're saying. You know,
I
get your
don't even
mouth
understand
fixed.
why a good dentist would even put braces on bad teeth. They don't usually do that. So I don't know what kind of jackleg situation they went to, but no, that ain't how they work. And you know, I did have an option. I had options in the matter, but I knew that due to it didn't come from alcohol or drug abuse or nothing like
Right.
that. I started having a calcium deficiency due to the medications that I take for lupus, and that caused my teeth to get very brittle and to shift. In Pretty Kimmy's words, they was shifting at a 35-degree angle, and I couldn't have it. So I'm still a young woman, pretty much so, and I wanted to get something done, and it wasn't. You do it when you want to do it for you. I will tell anybody, don't ever do any alterations to your person unless you truly want to do that for yourself. Don't do it to please other people. See, if I could have kept my teeth the way they were, and they weren't going to really just start looking really bad, then I would have done so because my gaps never offended me. I don't know why they offended other people.
Girl,
But
these
I
people
knew
so
what I
worried
I
about
knew what was
my
up the road for me, so I went and did
what's in
something
my
about
mouth.
it.
Oof, Lord. They and the main ones that's worrying about my mouth, I bet you they all need some dental work themselves, you know. But the thing is, I was able to afford mine, you know, make my monthly payments as y'all should be doing. Okay. But them the ones that like to come on here and talk, girl. I'm telling you. I mean, all of it. Rather they open their mouth and the teeth rag me on the side and the back and all that, girl, they love to talk. So you ain't getting messy. You telling the truth.
Yeah,
Yes,
you don't
indeed.
talk about something that you need to fix about yourself. You know, when you get you together, and then instead of talking about that person, how about you come on and give them a solution? If it's something you want to do, it ain't about reading a person. It's about showing you or putting you up on stuff that you may not know because we all don't know. And the reason why I'm focusing on the mouth, because what people don't understand, bad teeth can lead to other health issues.
It messes with your heart from what I hear.
It
It
does.
does something to your heart. Yeah, you got to be careful with them teeth. You better get them
Bad
teeth
teeth
fixed.
can really lead to other health issues. And I know a lot of people in our community don't realize that. They just let it go. But no, that could be a part of why you having other health issues, and heart issues is one of them. Also, if you're a person that's got bad teeth and you be having them horrible toothaches and stuff, that getting a lower tail from JoJo down the street to get that pain out is not enough. You need to go get that checked on, because that pain could get so severe that you have a stroke on the brain.
Exactly. Girl, you talking about the rotten toothache down there. Oh my God. And now your wisdom teeth, you always start those first. Because when I had to get one pulled, they went ahead and did them all just to get them out the way. Now I end up getting what you call it fillings, but you got to keep it with your fillings. They say that every 10 years, but to me, it's best to check it every 5 years because they can get soft and fall out. Now that's some pain because I remember having one fall out. The fact when I was able to go to the dentist then and get it fixed. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep up with your teeth. Simple as that. You can't come on talking about everybody else's teeth. Okay. And I don't care how old you are, and then I just thank God I didn't have to get mine done. The ones that's 20 and 30 that come over here and talk about people's teeth, or the ones that's, that got theirs all messed up due to drugs. No, mine probably start doing that with age. You know how the older you get, there's some people at my age got all over their teeth and some don't. But, mine start
You
coming
just
at a
need to take care of it. I know in our community, a lot of people don't think that it's affordable because you think it's so expensive. I can't afford that, but there are options available. And like I said, I don't know what Medicaid will do for you, but I know Medicaid don't do the implant. I think they do dentures, but I don't think they do the implants. But if you want to implant them, there are. I got permission from her. I'm gonna share my doctor's information, even though she's only in my area, so you would have to come down here. But you never know who may be watching from this area who may need, some work done, and they think they can't afford it. Because real talk, Bliss, when my doctor first told me that it was only going to get worse because of the calcium deficiency, I thought that I was just fucked. I was like, I'm gonna wind up going black screen and stay there, because I do not need to give these people nothing else to be saying to me. But plus, I wasn't gonna be pleased with it myself. So I thought I couldn't do it, but then a friend had told me, go check your insurance, see exactly what is covered in there. And that, along with another insurance that I've had for years, they work together, and the copay was not unobtainable. It wasn't. It
You
wasn't.
know,
I ain't gonna tell you it was no drop. Well, I had to pay over 9,000 as a copay to get everything done. But thanks to working, having a decent saving, and the people here on the YouTube, my people that really support me, you guys make that y'all help make it possible for me, and I'm forever grateful. But even if I had not had the help of the YouTube, do you realize I still would have been able to do it, because there were different payment plans that I could have qualified to meet and could have been on it. The bottom line was, it was something that was necessary. It's something that made me feel better. Now you can't. Only thing I got now is a little swole lip. I got that nest no mess lip at the top a little bit, and that's swelling. I ain't gonna get back right. That's it. But plus, I've been skinning and grinning, baby. I normally tell you I don't like nobody skinning and all in my face, child. I pull that mask down and I stay skinning and grinning.
You know what? The reason why Medicare, they will pull your teeth, do your fillings, all that, but they won't do cosmetic surgery. But the thing is, let them do the most and then make your monthly payments for your cosmetic surgeries, such as the braces and all that. You can make your monthly payments for those of y'all that's in people's mouth, and know y'all need something done in y'all mouth. Well, if you don't got no good insurance and no money to make no good payments, well, then let your Medicare, whatever it is, pull them all first or whatever. Pull the ones that you need pull, like that, and put your money down on your own partial dentals, implants, or whatever it is that you feel like you may want. And you can just make your monthly payments. Simple as that. Make your monthly payment.
There are ways. I even got it where now, if COVID go home or something like that, if she gone on go by her business by July, I'm going to have a tummy tuck done through my insurance. I'm trying to do
Because
a whole mind
okay, because they
makeover
do that
before
nowadays.
Christmas.
Can they do that? So that's cosmetic. So your insurance will you can do that, huh? Through your insurance now, huh? Just pay the
Yeah,
deductible.
just have to
Oh,
look into see what your insurance company will cover. For me to get what I get done, my insurance covers it, and all I have to pay for everything I want done, I'll come out the pocket like $2,500.
oh, that's not bad. And you can do that
So
monthly payments, right?
yeah,
Oh,
you can do it in
shoot.
paper. But yeah, I'm gonna get a breast augmentation and a tummy tuck.
You go, girl. You already fine, girl. And you said you lost a few pounds too. I can just imagine. So it's gonna be fun when you come back. But you know the haters gonna be there. You know, speaking up and all this. They jealous of your mouth, but they gonna find something to say about it.
Oh, I don't care nothing about how. See, it starts in your mind. I know
Right.
that I got people out here that's gonna be supportive of me in my transition, and I also understand it's gonna be people that hate me because they ain't me. So it's cool. I don't have no problem. It's not again. I keep telling people it's about what you want to do for you. You don't do it for the satisfaction of man. You do it for you. So that when
Right.
you wake up every morning and you like what looks back at you in the mirror. And right now, even though I'm still gonna get my augmentation to my breast and I'm still gonna get my tummy tuck, I'm still proud of who I was before I started this and who I am today.
Exactly, girl. Oh, girl, I can't wait to get that down. People gonna be mad. They already mad. Girl, I love it when people be mad. Shout out to Quani, and I love this shit. They,
Okay.
girl, people
I
don't
love
want you to.
it.
Yeah,
But
people
yeah, I
don't.
do. It's about you. I do what make you feel good. I like I told y'all yesterday, I'm 48 years old. I have lived my life for everybody else, and I always put my needs and wants aside. This last quarter is for me. So whatever I ever wanted, I'm gonna get done. From it being me getting a mouth fixed, next to my breast augmentation. By summertime, I have my tummy tuck, and I just love who I'm becoming. I like the more mature side of the lady, and I find that I ain't never before felt like I always felt I was a good looking woman, but I ain't never felt sexy. Girl, I'm bringing sex back at 48. I feel beautiful.
Girl, bring
I
it
feel
sexy
sexy.
back. She's a brick house. She's mighty mighty. Just letting it all hang out. You go, girl.
And to show women 40 plus that just because you over 40 don't mean that you can't do it. Don't compete with them young girls. Get comfortable in the position that you're in. 40 plus 40 and plus does not mean that you're dead. It just means now you're in the best of your life where you know exactly what you want. You should be stable and you can do whatever it is you want. And that's
Yes,
what it is
indeed.
for me. I'm just doing me. And I know they don't have people gonna say what they want to say. But at the end of the day, when I go to bed at night, I sleep good and I don't worry about nothing.
I heard that, girl. I don't either. I love it when the people give me that attention. Hey, well, good morning, William. I don't see you, but good morning. Good morning, Demetrius. You said you're going to bed. You must have been up all night.
Good
But yeah,
night,
girl.
Demetri.
Good night. Yeah, you caught alive. You can get you some rest, girl. Yes, indeed. But
Yeah,
it's
but you gotta
been
do what you want to do for you. You don't live your life worry about what people say because people gonna always find
always
some
talk,
flaw
no matter
in
what.
something you do. So once you're okay with you and you know you doing what you need to do for you, then you find your place of peace, baby. You find you can exhale and you don't need a man to do it.
Exactly, exactly. And everything you do it for yourself to make yourself feel good. You know, and that's another thing. Do you remember when Nicole used to wear her grill and everybody talked about it so bad she stopped wearing her grill? That gold grill she had at the bottom? I would have never stopped wearing mine.
I wouldn't
Never.
have never stopped wearing gold grill, and I want her to start painting them wigs, Miss Nicole.
Yeah,
And
yeah, she
just
was painting
get
her
playback,
wigs and
I
people
did
was
want you to start spray painting them wigs because that wasn't what you do. But yeah, do you? Shit, people at this age, like for real, y'all, we not in high school no more. It's all about you. You
yes,
have
indeed.
control over everything in your life.
And
You
that's real
allow
life. You don't get nobody to stop you from doing your stuff.
myself. Like I told Miss Nicole, and she had got mad at me, but it looked like I was on block because yesterday I was able to write in her chat when she went live. But I told her when she was so offended by Gator Croc, girl, take the power out of it.
Oh yeah, that really offended her.
When I got called that, bless, that didn't even fuck my head up like that. It didn't. What he said didn't fuck me up. It was the fact of who said it. But once I got past being there in that place, I can't believe he said it. I began to not worry about it because you can call me Gator Croc forever and always, and I will own that shit.
Okay, Tracy, I was going to speak on what you were saying, Tracy, but that's fine, girl. Get you some rest. I just want to let you know I was in your bushes when you was doing your reaction video, and everything you were saying, you were 100% right. That person, Stanky Baby, was trying to throw it all on Tracy D when they all was together doing what they was doing and insinuating she was in love with her, then fell in love with QB. I saw it all, but get you some rest. Good morning, Miss Toby.
Keep doing you, girl. Keep doing you, Trees. I mean, you know, like I just want you to know before you get out of here, girl. I don't listen to what people say. You just keep being you and what you do, girl. We all are in this game together. We all learning. You know what I'm saying? We ain't always going to agree with one another, do. But at the end of the day, I like me some Teresa cake. And I don't give a damn. I'm not going to stop liking Teresa. It doesn't
and forget about what people talking about. We don't like you for real. We do. We do. We do. So, and the other day I said, oh, Tracy be fighting, girl. You be hilarious when you be doing that. You ain't afraid of nobody. You speak your life, your word, and I love it. And get you some rest. And we do support you over here. Simple as that.
Yeah, Teresa is the heavyweight champion of the beef sector because Teresa take on 4 and 5
She ain't gonna back down for nobody. I saw her fight a bunch of people all at one time. She's not backing down. So that narrative, somebody trying to say they really don't like her, that's not true. When we roast and gag, was simple roast and gag about the hair, that was it. Wasn't nothing below the belt. That was it. I don't care what nobody say. We like Tracy over here, and I hope you're hearing this, Tracy, before you leave. We like you over here. Oh, as simple as that. Okay. Good morning, Miss Toby.
Good morning, Miss Black. Good morning, Lady Nika. I'm so glad that you came on this morning, Miss Black. I'm not used to seeing you on a Sunday.
No, but I didn't have my granddaughter come over last night. I didn't have another plan for this morning. I'm gonna leave out later, like I said, to my son's Super Bowl thing, and I might not. But so I had some time to kill this morning. I said, let me come on today. Wasn't nothing else. With nobody else on, you know. And I said, okay, I'll come on for a little while. Actually, I'm on longer than what I actually planned, but that's okay. I'm not leaving till. See, 11:22 here, probably till about 1 or something like that. And I still got a Super Bowl going on. I'll be kind of watching a little bit of this, the YouTube.
But let me just say something to you guys. Lady Nika, I'm so happy to hear your voice, honey.
Thank you, Miss Toby. Thank you.
Talk for a minute, Miss Toby, while y'all go heat my coffee. Talk for a minute, y'all.
Okay. I really, really miss hearing your voice. I want to Miss Bless to hear this too, because I know some of us. I know some of us.
Oh, hell, I got a call. I'm going to go out and come right back.
No, I'll wait for a minute then so I can hear before I go do my coffee. Go ahead, babes.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say this. I know that some of us have been home as far as this pandemic is concerned for a year. And I just want to say thank you, and Lady Nika, for helping us in our sanity while we've been at home.
We appreciate you.
I just wanted to tell you guys that,
come back, Lady Nika. Come back, Lady Nika. We appreciate you.
Y'all have helped us greatly throughout this whole pandemic because it's been hard for some of us. So I just wanted to let you know that we really appreciate everything that you guys have done for us. So thank you so much. That's all I wanted to say this morning.
Oh, well, I appreciate and love you too. I appreciate that you even supported us like that. And I really appreciate the fact that we can, say something, to uplift you. We can't come on here and give you some laughs, some kikis or something. Sometimes really appreciate that because I know a lot of people sometimes at home might be far away from their family, don't have a lot of family and whatever, and they want to develop a good, friendly, loyal usership and really serious about it to where you got the other ones, not so much. But I really appreciate you that we're helping you out. I really am. I really do during this COVID time. Hey, Lady
So,
Nick, you hear what she's saying?
so thank you so
No, I
much.
didn't hear nothing. My phone. See, this is why I don't like coming on
Well,
StreamYard on
she
my
was
phone.
saying, she was saying she appreciated us coming on. Go ahead, Miss Toby, speak for yourself. But I really, thank you for coming on. In other words, we uplift her. She's glad when we come on. Otherwise, she's sitting home on the COVID. I'm taking it as if she would be lonesome if she didn't have us to come on. And she really appreciate the positive advice. She appreciate the kiki. We give her the whole 9 yards. But put it in your words, Miss Toby.
That's pretty much because I've been home, working from home and stuff since this thing, and it's been, you know, somewhat hard at times, and I really appreciate everything that you guys have done. That's about it.
Thank you,
Well,
Miss Toad. It mean a lot because it always been my goal is even when I'm on people's streams on that's not in my DM. My goal is always to try to make them feel good and see the beauty inside of themselves. And if I have been able to be instrumental in making you feel good, helping you through your work day or deal with this pandemic that we all have been affected by, then I feel like I have done my job, and I am so honored that you shared that with me and know that I really, really mean it when I say I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do.
yeah, and it makes me feel good too to know that you even feel that way about us because I really do try for real and I really be being myself and I never want to offend anybody and I just and I just really love all the people that come watch me now and I thank you. All I can say is thank you that I touched you like that because you really touched me too right now. To the fact that I'm getting just as emotional as you. You really touched me when you said that. You really did. So at least I know somebody which I know everybody else do, but you showed how much you really do appreciate me, and I really appreciate you too. I really do.
Thank you so much. You guys have blessed us.
Yeah,
You
you're right,
guys.
Shanice. We really crazy part. We really don't know each other, but it feels like it. Yeah, because we get used to talking with each other every day, even though it's through a chat. We develop a YouTube share. We develop a real relationship. Thank you for coming up, Toby, because it makes me feel good that I am touching somebody, and I feel like a lot of y'all, share that same sentiment as she do. Because otherwise, y'all wouldn't be here every morning with me. Rain, snow, or shine doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. And that's why I was telling you, come back, lady, so you can hear, because she wanted both of us to hear what she was
Oh,
saying.
yeah,
And I know
I
you
was
told
hoping
me.
that. I appreciate that. I do because people that say that YouTube, this is just YouTube, you just lying. Because if it was just YouTube, then you wouldn't come here every day. And when we get on here every single day and we interact with y'all, we become vested in y'all just like y'all become vested in us. We know who's there all the time from the new people that come on. We know. Whether we say it or not, we know who our core people are, and we appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day where you could have been doing anything else, but y'all park it down here every morning at 9:30 Central Time for the Bless Watkins Morning Show. I thank y'all for doing that because a lot of people think that they have a preconceived notion about who Bless Watkins is. And it's only until you come over here and step into her world do you truly realize how kind, how wise, how funny, and how strong Bless is. I'm not I'm her moderator and I'm her friend. This is Bliss Watkins completely. Everything about this is Bliss Watkins. I come here and when I'm in here, I am her mod. I'm her back. But she runs
Exactly.
the show. And I need people to understand that Bliss is not a bad person. Bliss is not old and decrepit. She ain't none of that. She one of the most liveliest women I've ever met. And I'm honored that I have even had an opportunity to know somebody like that in my life who don't look at me like a little girl, but who sees me as an equal and we bounce off of each other.
Thank you, Miss Safara. And I want to answer Jessica B too. That's why I had the thing up there. So I went, but thank you for the cash. And she said, honestly, Miss Bless Your Lives and Money helped my sanity. Today was a gift. You helped me get through my days. God bless you. Thank you so much, Safara. And I really feel good that people do appreciate me, which I know y'all do. Because like I say, I see who here with me all the time. So when the subject came up about the time and somebody come at the time, I'm not into that. I don't make a lot of money like people thinking. I come on here because I like it also. However, I do appreciate when I do get cash app and a few super chat. But Jessica said, Miss Bless has been hard for me as a parent because I feel like my daughter's childhood is passing by. Girl, you're going to feel like that. When all of my kids got grown, that empty nest syndrome is true. But then they don't leave completely. They're gonna always come back home. Then the grandbaby's gonna come, and. But I get exactly what you're saying. It's like, wow, it went fast. Then you start tripping about the negative things when at some times when you felt like you wasn't a good parent, but you was at the time. You start thinking about something that you did wrong, but you were right, but you didn't know no better as a parent. But you thought were right. You start thinking about all of that, even though it's been years ago you still feel something about the things that you may have done wrong. When in reality, our kids love us and know we did our best, and they're not tripping off that. We do. It's you get what I'm saying, Lady Nika. There's some things I think about. Oh, I wasn't there at that time. I meant to be, but I didn't see it, and I would actually feel bad about that day and time when they're over that. It wasn't a big deal. We as parents we do that, Jessica. So I get exactly what you're saying, babe. Yeah, but
It's trial and
actually,
error, but you just do the best you can and love
right.
them with everything you got in you. And you ain't doing nothing but building memories. You're going to be all right. For real, you're
Thank
going to be all right. And while I got a few people listening to me, let
Thank you,
me
Miss
just, can
Toby.
I take a minute to say thank you to those of you who have poured into me through prayer and your financial blessing. I knew that I was loved on these streets when even in my absence, you just don't know. Sometimes a $5 here or $2 there, that shit might mean the world to somebody. Not because it's so much and you could do so much with it, but it's the fact that somebody thought about you and you're not even on the streets. And you guys have been very good at sending me little messages, sending me emails. Sometimes I wake up and I got a cash app I ain't even expect. I was in here the other day and somebody sent me a cash app because they say they love the way I mod because I be dropping blessed stuff like I do. And that made me feel good
Well,
because
I
to me it
appreciate it
says
too.
that I'm doing my job.
But let me speak of Jessica B again too. Jessica, I get exactly what you're saying. She's 6, and I want her to have good. My niece has 2 little boys. The 7-year-old, when the corona first started, we was teaching him keep your hands sanitized, put your gloves on. We actually went out to a restaurant that was still open and letting us in there. He actually had a panic attack because of him hearing us talking about put on gloves, put on the mask. He was afraid it was at a restaurant he was going to catch COVID. So that's going to be a terrible memory for him. But as time went on, he's kind of easing up. The more we talked to him, told him, no, just be cautious. We're not going to catch it. And this and that. So your daughter's going to remember this. But at the same time, you have to try to let her know, no, it's not bad. We're not going to catch it. We don't want this to be your only memory. And then do some things with it. Because you always hear me saying, my granddaughter be over here. We be doing some everything. So she to the point now, she got her little kid blood things. We're ready to go. She just pick up her mask. Now it's just normal, even with the nephew I'm mentioning. So I get what you're saying. This has been horrific and hard on kids. And some of y'all don't know that our children, the young ones, are taking it like this. Jessica, so I get what you're saying. This little boy wouldn't eat, would take him outside, let him take a breath, the whole 9 yards, and it would be a horrific memory for them. It really would. But you're doing your best. So don't feel guilty about everything. Yeah, and at the same time, she knows what's going on, but at the same time, it's a way of life. And you just gotta have to explain it to her the best way that you can. But she'll get better at it because my little nephew, he's better now. He look forward to going somewhere where we can go somewhere. He really does. So yeah, she's
And I
gonna remember
feel
this.
like we will come out of this, but there are
Right,
gonna be kids who are gonna be scarred by this, and you get
right.
them the help that they need, and don't you feel guilty because Jessica, this is not your fault. You're
No,
making the best of a very bad situation. So stop beating yourself up for something you could not control. Because if you could control this wouldn't be so, right? So you find your peace in it that y'all are making it through this together. And if your baby needs need to talk to someone, it ain't no harm in doing that. But you stop feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulder because yes, you mommy, but you're mommy living within these circumstances that not just you and her are going through. This is global. It's not your fault.
And take it back. I hear you saying y'all limited talk, but you have to let them know in the way they're gonna hear it anyway for other children. And when it first started, it's still before the school even let out. They hear this, and then we have to explain, what's something going around. We don't want to get sick, but in your own words and the best that you can to make them understand. And they get like my granddaughter, okay, Granny, we finna go. And she grabbed a little mask and stuff. They good with it. Even my nephew, they had the panic attack. So they have to know things unless they're going to hear. So we need to explain it to them the best way we can and put God in it too. If you believe in God, explain it that way too. God ain't going to let nothing happen to us. It's something going on that the enemy is trying to put over us, but we're going to rebuke it in the name of Jesus. We're going to plead the blood on it, and we're going to be fine. We're not going to put it in the atmosphere, and just explain it the best way that you can. Coming from you,
That's
you
right.
don't. You got to do it the best way you can. But yeah, you heard who was that just said they make the yard, put a swimming pool back there. They do some stuff at home. Have a sleepover, get some friends over because I have my granddaughter with her little cousins and stuff like that, and they know to take the precautions because they talk. Even at 5 years old, we got to put this. It becomes their norm right now at this point because they don't know the other norm before the COVID. So anyway, just do the best you can.
Yeah, and don't beat yourself. Please don't beat yourself up over this because there's nothing that you can do about this. Now, Jessica, I know that you're a woman of of faith, and right now, the words say that you walk by faith and not by sight. This is the time that you have to truly tap into that and walk by faith and not by sight. It's gonna be all right though, but
Yeah,
it's
it's gonna
not
be
your
all right.
fault.
No, it's not.
It's not your fault at all.
As long as you teaching her precautions and she knowing what to do because she's gonna get there and make some fun stuff and all because you can't take them out no more to Chuck E. Cheese, the zoo. Well, you still got people out here put their masks on and walk around the zoo and stuff, but not too often. Still, just try to be as normal as you can. You got to get out sometime. You just got to. We got to be as much as we can, but don't go out too much like I've been doing. But how kids can perceive Rona as the boogeyman. Yes, it is scary, Red Afro. You have to think about that. So I'm glad she brought that up so I can tell y'all how my nephew really reacted at 7 years old. He was really afraid.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carol.
And you know what else I did, Jessica? I started making it fun for my grandbaby. Like, James got them old kid like masks, the with the little designs on them for the children. I started getting him those, having his little sanitizer pack. I put it in a cool little keychain, and that way he thought that he was somebody big, he was grown, because I got my keychain, I bought him one and put his little sanitizer in it, and I started trying to make them see the upside of this situation.
Oh
You
yeah,
are
they love.
protecting yourself.
Yeah, they love their
You
little
know,
fun masses. With the little cartoon characters on it. They love you. Got they love their little fun stuff. I always said my grandbaby grab her little masses, but her lead times on. Let's go, and so just make the best out of it. Hey,
yeah, and
Basketball
don't
B.
beat yourself up because it ain't your fault. Ain't nothing you do about this, girl. And ain't no sense of you sitting there carrying something you ain't got to carry. Because yes, we as parents want to be the protector and saver of our babies, but our babies is growing up in a real world where real
Yes.
things happen.
And some of us adults have anxiety attacks. Y'all seen how afraid Nicole was before all of that. She was definitely afraid. Well, all of us are, but she was really afraid of it. And folk all by right she should have been. You see what happened. Take it back, say the only way his daughter is going to school is if she don't have to wear a mask. No, well, she'll have to wear one. And that's why they can't start, they're trying to figure out how to do school out here, for the children, because you don't know. You got all the adult teachers or the staff in the kitchen, to do the lunches and stuff, all the make everybody that runs the school, We don't know if the people got wrong. We don't know how it's going to be around the kids. Y'all, this is awful because they can't always be doing virtual schooling. This is awful. And I understand they're trying to do shots and do something about it, but the shots is not really proven 100% yet. Y'all hearing all them horror stories, but at the same time, you're hearing some positive. So I don't know, y'all. But look, y'all.
There is a light at the end of the tunnel for this, for all of us who can survive it. Now,
Yes,
I don't know where that came from, but that just came to my head. I said it. There it is. Okay, do with it what you must. There is a light at the end of the tunnel for all of those who just believe and survive. This is
exactly.
not going to be your life forever. Your child will be able to have a life somewhat similar to what we had before. Will it ever go back to what it was? No.
Huh.
But it will get better to where we can interact with one another and not have so much fear.
Well,
Just
I'm
hold
really
on to
glad.
hold on.
Well, I'm really glad that we had this subject this morning because now everybody is watching me and the ones that see the replay will see that it's really affecting our children. And a lot of the children not really even speaking up on it and letting the parents know. So y'all need to sit down and have a talk with them because kids tend to hold things inside and not, and you're not really realizing that they're fearful of this as well. I didn't know my nephew was just fearful at it as a child, really having really didn't want to be in that restaurant. When I was trying to take the mask off and eat and stuff, he'd had a anxiety attack that young. So y'all gotta talk to the children, but he okay now, but I'm just saying our kids is taking it deeper than what we think they are. They really are. So don't feel guilty, just do what you gotta do. But y'all, it's 11:40. I think how long I've been on here? Oh Lord, I've been on here 2 hours, 21 minutes. I'll go to the half hour. Anybody else want to say something real quick for the last 22? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 to 9 minutes. I had to count it up, Lady Nika.
Yeah,
And I
sometimes,
thank Lady Nika coming on
things
here
happen.
giving it.
If we as adults have to go seek therapy for ourselves too. You gotta take care of your own mental temple if you want to be able to help and take care of other people. So if we as adults, some of us have had to go and have a Zoom meeting or two, imagine what your child must be going through. So, handle that accordingly. But I'll say this too, since we're on a good Sunday, and it's in my spirit to say so, this world had begun to get really out of control. We stopped having any values. We ain't spend time with one another. We didn't really take time to uh talk with one another. We got away from all the traditional things that made family family. And in this situation, a lot of us are forced to sit down with our children and find out a lot of stuff that we otherwise wouldn't know because we're
Right.
busy about our lives every day. It also has made people have to turn around and rely back on the creator for when they're in trouble. Sometimes he do different things. He allow things to happen to pull you closer to him, and you do with that with what you will as well. But I'm just telling you, stuff happens sometimes. Everything happens for a reason on this earth.
Everything.
You
And I
know,
hope, Jessica, we really kind of help you trying to explain to you how to speak to your child. And I hope people that with their young children realize that they probably ain't speaking out, but it is bothering them. It is. And y'all, I'm finna get ready to get up out of here. I didn't mean to be on here this long, but I enjoyed the talk, this positive talk. Lady Nika, I really appreciate you always dropping some good jewels for us as usual. We can't
you're
wait.
welcome. And I'll
Yeah,
talk to you later, Bess. I'm gonna get down so you can end your show.
okay, thank you for coming on. Thank you for the
All right.
98 likes, y'all. Probably could have made it to 100, but that's okay. I enjoyed this show this morning. I didn't know it was going to be on this long, but one thing leads to another. And I always appreciate everybody that be participating with me. I really do. I even had my cap on like I needed some questions asked, but I really didn't need no questions asked. So it's like a quarter to 12 here, and I'm saying I'm gonna leave out about 1. And but I'll keep seeing if anything going on. I know everybody getting ready for the Super Bowl, and y'all way ahead of me down there. Oh, it's almost 3 o'clock down there where y'all at. West Coast 2 o'clock on the Central, whatever. So can y'all start dropping the diamonds? When I better start heading on out of here. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the cash out, Tracy, again. Now I'm gonna find my drinking music on up out of here. I get it mixed up now, y'all. I got some more different songs I like on here, but I'm gonna pin it down to one, so it can be one of my favorites. But I'm gonna always do my drinking. I'm gonna always do my drinking on our song. Because that's where I can do my shimmy at, y'all. Y'all get them diamonds drop. I'm finna shimmy on out of here. I'm finna shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. Shimmy, shimmy, shine. Toodaloo. Drop the diamonds. That's the big G little go.